She had you falsely arrested. She said that you were harassing her.
Yes, ma'am.
They arrested you for DUI, not for harassing her.
Based on her lie.
It was the truth. I don't care. You could do this all you like. You were arrested because you were driving drunk.
I was already parked.
I don't care.
This is Judy Justice. Tracy Tart is suing Cheryl Suttles for attorney fees, bail money, and lost wages from a false arrest.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Case 3185, Tart versus Suttles.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Tart, it is your claim that the defendant had you falsely arrested.
Yes, ma'am.
And you want to be compensated for that.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am.
Okay. The defendant denies she had you falsely arrested. She's got a counterclaim that I'm not really serious about. So I'm going to concentrate on your claim. You lived in the same complex. What kind of complex was it?
Well, ma'am, she did not live there. I lived in a building where you had to be 55 or older.
How long had you lived there, Mr. Tart?
3 years.
Are you still there?
No, ma'am. I live in Waldorf, Maryland now.
Are you a working person?
I'm a master in the study of law graduate, about to apply for law school.
Where?
UDC, University District of Columbia.
Who supports you?
I'm on full VA disability.
How old are you?
59.
So you receive benefits from the VA. How much do you receive from the VA?
$3,700 per month.
And who's paying for your law school education?
Well, it will be a scholarship, hopefully, and student loans. I'm not taking my LSAT yet, man. I'm preparing to take my LSAT.
You know, I always think that hope springs eternal, sir, but if you take your LSAT at 59, and if you get a positive score on your LSAT, where did you graduate from college?
Hamlin University, St. Paul, Minnesota.
How long did you attend that university?
2 years. Also graduated from Century College, same time, 2022.
What is that? Is that an online school?
That is a community college. That's a film and video graduate.
And how did that prepare you to take the LSATs?
Well, it did not prepare me. My master in the study of law was taught by all attorneys, legal research and writing, immigration law, bankruptcy law, contract law. Because I'm familiar with the topics, it will make it easier for me once I'm eligible and once I'm able.
You're telling that story to this face? I'm just asking you.
Well, yes, ma'am. A couple of things they didn't
that's it.
teach me in college. Because I'm in a protected class and I'm also a disabled veteran, I get preferences.
Well, that's okay. But what I'm suggesting to you, sir, is, you know, never too late. Grandma Moses took up painting when she was 75 years old, and I'm still working, and I'm 81. And not as sharp as I once was, but I'm once as sharp as I once was. And I'm telling you to start to take your LSATs after a marginal college experience without any emphasis on the law at age 59, which means that you won't be, if you're lucky, and get admitted to law school. And if you're lucky and pass your courses, law school's 3 years, then you've got to study for the bar. Then you've got to pass the bar. Then you've got to go through the character committee. So by the time you would be able to work, you would be 67. If everything falls into place for you, and I'm just suggesting to you that all that money, that scholarship money and public money, might be best off served for somebody who's 20, not 65. You know, some people are retired on full veterans benefits, and they say, I still need something to keep me busy. Well, if you still need something to keep you busy, maybe you should find gardening. Maybe you should take up something else other than spending a $100,000 education on something that you'll never use. Okay, I'm finished with my speech, Mr. Tart. This is what the case is about. You're suing the defendant because you say she had you falsely arrested. She said that you were harassing her. Police arrested you, and you had lawyers' fees, etc. Ultimately, the case against you was over. I don't know how it was over. You're going to show me. The defendant says that you were a problem, that you were constantly drunk, that you did, in fact, harass her. And your arrest was not about harassment. It was for being publicly intoxicated. That's what you say in your answer. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You say that this happened in August of 2022.
Yes, ma'am.
August what?
August 22nd.
Okay, you have something to demonstrate that to me?
I do. I'll have the police report.
I'd like to see it. Was this the only time, sir, that you were arrested or taken into custody in the state of Minnesota?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it is true that you called the police because the plaintiff, you say, was harassing you and appeared to be under the influence of alcohol.
Yes, I did.
You were arrested that day.
Yes, ma'am.
You were not arrested for harassment, sir. You were arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol, for a DUI.
Based on her lie.
Doesn't matter. It wasn't a lie, Mr. Tart. It was the truth. Because when the police stopped you as a result of her complaint that you appeared to be intoxicated and you were harassing her, and according to the first officer, you appeared to be under the influence of alcohol. You were slurring your words, your gait was unsteady, your eyes were glassy. According to the police report, you did a breathalyzer. The legal limit is .08. Your reading was a 17, and the officers then informed you that they were placing you under arrest on suspicion of driving while under the influence of alcohol. That's what you were arrested for, and you were under the influence of alcohol.
Tracy Tart claims Cheryl Suttles owes for the cost of having him falsely arrested. Cheryl is countersuing for harassment and invasion of privacy.
Okay, she didn't say you came after her with a knife, with a hammer, with a gun, that you threatened to hit her or do anything else. She said you appeared to be drunk and you were harassing her. Well, you were drunk. Just a second. You were drunk.
I have a video, which I'd love for you to see.
Just a second. All I'm telling you is your entire lawsuit is based upon the fact you're suing her for filing a false report. The false report was that you were drunk and harassing her. The police confirmed the fact when they stopped you that you were drunk. That's not a false police report, sir.
Well, yes, it was, ma'am. I wasn't. I had already stopped. The police didn't pull me over and stop me. I was already parked. This video, which I would love for you to see.
Listen to me. The police car followed you into the parking lot.
Well, I just went around the block.
They stopped you as you were getting out of your car. And the police officer said, look, you look a little tipsy to me, you look a little woozy to me. He saw you driving with an alcohol level almost 3 times the legal limit. I don't care, you could do this all you like. You were arrested because you were driving drunk.
Those charges have been dismissed, ma'am.
Listen,
Okay.
I don't care. You may have hired a lawyer, and your lawyer may have said, listen, this is a disabled vet. This is his first offense. Let's give him a clean record. I have no idea what he said. The police stopped you, ultimately gave you a breathalyzer, found you were 3 times over the legal limit, and arrested you for DUI, not for harassing her.
No, based on her lie.
It wasn't a lie, it was the truth.
If you look at this video,
No,
you
listen
would
to
see
me.
this.
No, it wasn't a lie. It was the truth. I don't even have to look at the video.
Yes, you need to.
No, I don't.
You
I'm
will
telling
see,
you I
didn't say
don't.
one word
You
to
can't.
her. And she threatened to kill. Well, I was going to die, ma'am. I am diagnosed with a significant, serious, recognized disease by the Department of Veterans Affairs. The flight or fight syndrome occurred to me. There was no criminal intent for me to jump in my vehicle to leave. When she has told me that I was going to die, that is when I left and drove around the block. If she hadn't have been harassing me, I am diagnosed.
If she wouldn't have been harassing you, you wouldn't have been drinking before. Just a second. Listen to what you're saying. Listen to what I'm saying to you, sir. You haven't been to law school yet. You haven't passed a bar yet. You haven't been admitted to practice law yet. So what I'm telling you is as follows. She made a complaint based upon her observation. Her observation was you were drunk. You were arrested for DUI, and you were driving
and they
drunk.
were been dropped.
You have no case. Your case is over. You were arrested for DUI. Stop. You were arrested for DUI. You were drunk. I don't know when the last time is that you had a drink, but certainly you had a drink on August 22nd and got behind the wheel of a car. Your case is dismissed. We're going to get to your counterclaim. Likewise.
Thank you.
It's nonsense. Goodbye.
This court is adjourned.
Well, I think it's a rotten decision.
Well, I was concerned about, I'm sitting in the parking lot for myself if he hits my car backing up or pulling in forward.
She threatened to take my life. I didn't know she had a gun or nothing.
I'm a Christian person, and I don't have time for killing anybody.
She wished that I would have came over to her and I would die that day. You can't say that to just anybody.
He got what he deserved.
That case was actually made so easy by the police report that he had.
I could tell the time that you were taking to read it, I knew there had to be something good in there.
You know, he wasn't arrested for harassing her.
Yeah.
He was arrested
For drunk driving.
For drunk driving. And he was driving drunk.
And he was suing her because he was mad that she was the reason he got caught. But people have to realize that is not a cause of action. Maybe once he goes to law school, he'll learn that.
Oh, that's very true. She
Case
had you falsely
3171,
arrested.
Marco
She said
Kaiser
that you were
versus
harassing
Holcamp.
her.
All parties, please come forward.
They arrested you for
Justine
DUI, not for
and Luke
harassing her.
Kaiser
Based on her
are
life.
suing their former
It
friend,
was the truth.
Thad Holcamp,
I don't care. You
for
can do this all
stolen
your
and
life.
damaged
You were
property
arrested
after
because you
Thad
were driving
house sat
drunk.
for them.
I was already
You're
parked.
married. I don't care. And
This
the
is
defendant
Judy
is somebody
Justice.
that you know for a very long time.
Tracy Charles
From school.
is suing
Lost
Cheryl
touch.
Suttles
According
for
to your
attorney
complaint,
fees,
the
bail money,
defendant has
and lost wages
several times
from a false
house
arrest.
and dog
Court,
sat
come to order.
for you when you
All
were on
rise.
vacation. According to what I read, he was sort of struggling financially.
Case 3185,
You have
Tart versus Settles.
Cabin
Thank you.
someplace.
Thank
Mr. Tart, it is your
In,
claim that the
southern
defendant
Missouri in the mountains.
had you falsely
How
arrested.
often do you
Yes, ma'am.
and you want to be
Well,
compensated
we now
for that.
live there.
Absolutely, yes,
Full
ma'am.
time.
Yes, ma'am.
The
How
defendant
remote?
denies
Pretty
she had you
remote.
falsely
I would say
arrested.
the
She's got a
closest
counterclaim
town where you
that
could
I'm
buy
not
groceries
really
is
serious
about 30
about.
miles
So I'm
away.
going to concentrate on your claim. You
We-
lived in the same complex.
we
What
do.
kind of complex was it?
Well, ma'am, she did not live there.
You have neighbors?
I lived in a building
Well,
where
we
you
do.
had to
We
be
don't see
55
them.
or
It's pretty
older.
remote.
How long
I
have you
hang
lived
myself.
there, Mr. Tart?
3 years.
Are you still there?
I hear
No,
you.
ma'am. I live in Waldorf, Maryland.
There you go. Are you a working person?
I'm a
In any
master in the
event,
study
you
of law
asked the
graduate,
defendant
about
to
to
once
apply for
again
law school.
house and dog sit for you. You were
UDC,
going
University
for an
District
extended
of
3-week
Columbia.
Who supports you? And
I'm
he
on
said
full
yes,
VA
he
disability.
did. You came home and were
59.
so you received benefits from the VA. How much do you receive from the VA? You are suing him for
$3,700
not
per
only
month.
and who's paying for half your law school paid him, which was $300.
It
But you
will
want him
be
to be
the
responsible
scholarship,
for all the
hopefully,
damage to the
and
house.
student
And
loans.
Mr.
I'm
Holcamp says,
not taking my
I don't
LSAT
know
yet, ma'am. I'm
what
preparing to take
happened.
my LSAT.
Some, you know, I
very
always
bad
think that
fairies
hope springs
must have
eternal,
come into
sir,
your
but if
house
you take your
after I
LSAT
left
at 59,
But when
and
I
if
left
you
the house,
get a
it was
positive
okay.
score on your
Just tell me
LSAT,
when
when
the
did you
vacation
graduate from
was.
college?
We
Hamlin University,
left
St.
on
Paul,
November
Minnesota.
13,
How long did you
2023,
attend that
and we
university?
returned on
2 years.
December 18,
Also graduated from
2023.
Century
And
College.
Mr. Holcamp.
Same time,
Who
2022.
is Sally? What is that? Is that an online school?
That is a
I want you to think really
community
hard
college.
before you
That's a
answer
film
my
and
question,
video
because I want you to
graduate.
know. And how did that prepare you to take the LSATs?
I'm all
Well, it did not prepare
So I
me.
want you to
My
tell me who
master in the
Sally
study
is.
of law was taught by
Sally
all
is a
attorneys,
woman
legal
that
research and
I
writing,
had
immigration
gotten
law,
into a
bankruptcy
relationship
law,
with.
contract
Okay,
law.
and
Because I'm familiar
Sally
with
has
the
an alcohol
topics,
problem.
it will make it easier for me once
like
I'm
I know it, right?
eligible.
Well, I don't know.
Once
but-
I'm
You
able
don't know
to,
how, but I know
You're
it.
telling that
Now you
story to this
understand
face?
that we're
I'm
going
just
to be
asking you.
100%
Well, yes, ma'am.
square with each
They
other.
teach me in college.
Perfect.
Because
And
I'm in a
you've known
protected
Sally
class,
had an
and
alcohol
I'm also
problem.
a disabled veteran. I get
You agreed
preferences.
to watch
Well,
your
that's
friend's
okay.
home.
What
You
I'm
started on
suggesting to
November
you,
I
sir,
got
3rd.
there on the
You know,
12th. Luke
never too
came and
late.
picked me up.
Grandma
My
Moses
dad-
took a painting when
Right,
she
well,
was
that's when he
75
picked me
years
up
old.
and they left.
And I'm still working, and I'm
Now,
81.
when he
And
picked you up,
not as sharp as I
Kaiser
once
picked you
was,
up,
but I'm
he
once
picked you
as
up
sharp
alone.
as I once was.
Correct.
And
And
I'm
you
telling you to start
never
to take your
discussed
LSAT
having a
after a
guest at
marginal
the house.
college experience without
that.
any emphasis on the
wasn't
law
intended to have
at
a
age
guest.
59,
Situations-
which means that you
Okay.
won't
Yes.
be,
No, I
if
did
you're
not.
lucky, and get admitted to law school. And if you're lucky
Justine
and
McCool
pass your courses,
and
law
Luke
school's
Kaiser
3 years,
claim
then you've
their
got to study for the
former
bar.
friend,
Then you've got to
Thad
pass the
Holcamp,
bar. Then you've got to go
damaged
through the
their
character
property
committee.
while
So by the
house-sitting
time you
for
would
them.
be able to work, you would be
Sally
67.
arrived
If everything
when?
falls
arrived
into
twice.
place for you,
First
and I'm just
time, when did
suggesting
she
to you
arrive?
that all that
May I-
money,
may I
that
just put a
scholarship
little
money
bit,
and
just a
public money
preamble
might be
why
best
she's
off
even there to
served
begin.
with somebody who's
A day or
20,
two prior to
not
the
65.
beginning of watching
You know,
the
some
daughters in the
people
house,
are
I had
retired on
taken
full
Sally to the hospital,
veterans benefits, and they say, I
she was
still
actually
need
in the
something to
hospital
keep me
still when
busy.
Luke picked me
Well,
up.
if you still need
Basically,
something to
she
keep you
had
busy,
congestive
maybe
heart
you should
failure
find
going on,
gardening.
and,
Maybe you
that's
should
the
take
rest
up
is a
something
little
else
bit of
other than
the story
spending
over. She's on a list
$100,000
apparently now
education
for a
on
liver
something that you'll never
transplant.
use.
So I get a call
I'm finished
after
with my
she's gone through her
speech, Mr.
detox,
Tart.
after they've already
This is
left.
what the case is
I gotta
about.
get out
You're
of here.
suing the
How to get out
defendant
of where?
because you
where
say
she's from,
she
where
had
she
you
lives, her
falsely
environment, to
arrested.
get away. She wants to
said
quit
that you
drinking
were
badly,
harassing
and
her. Police arrested you, and you had lawyers' fees, etc.
Perhaps you don't like
Ultimately,
isolation, but it
the
is,
case against
it's
you
heaven.
was
Their home was
over.
just
I don't know
outstanding.
how it was
And I
over.
wanted to
You're
get her
going to
someplace
show me.
away from
The defendant
triggers.
says that
Hopefully
you
she
were a
could continue her
problem,
detox.
that you were constantly drunk. It's not
that
your
you did in
place to
fact
harass her.
welcome
And
mat.
your
You were
arrest
hired to
was
do a
not about
job.
harassment.
So
it
you
was
brought
for
Sally,
being
an
publicly
alcoholic,
intoxicated.
to
That's
their
what you
home.
say in your answer.
How
Is
did
that
you get
correct?
her?
That's correct.
You say that this happened in August.
And you were not
supposed to use that truck. 2022.
Yes, ma'am.
August, you bought
provisioning
groceries
August
if you had an
22nd.
emergency. Local. You have something to demonstrate that to me?
I do. I have the
Well,
police report.
not just a second.
I'd like to see
It was
it.
an emergency to you, not to them.
Correct.
And it was important to you, and you would have some company.
Your Honor, may I interject? Just, I'm sorry
Was this
to
the
interrupt.
only
I've
time,
had
sir, that
issues
you
with
were
alcohol
arrested
myself in the
or
past.
taken
don't have to
into
tell me that,
custody
sir.
in the
She
state of
burned all our
Minnesota?
bridges,
Yes, ma'am.
And that was it.
She better get a good floating device.
So it
sir.
is true.
Yeah.
So I could
That you
move
called
on with this
the
case
police
quickly because
I
the
read your
plaintiff,
answer, and
you
your
say
answer
was harassing
really
you
not
and
truthful
appeared to be
because
under the influence
plaintiffs,
of alcohol.
and I read
Yes, I
in
did.
their complaint
You were arrested
that there
that
were
day.
videos, and I see
You
the
were not
screen
arrested
up
for
here.
harassment, sir.
You were arrested
So
for
I want you to
driving
tell me
under
what
the
happened with
influence of
Sally.
alcohol.
So now you've had problems
for
with
DUI.
alcohol.
Sally
Based
is
on
trying
her
to
lie.
get off it,
But
but she's
doesn't
already got a
matter.
destroyed
It
liver
wasn't
on
a
list
lie, Mr.
waiting for a new
Tart.
one. You went and
It
picked her
was
up
the
in
truth.
violation of their
Because when the
request that
police
you only use the truck
stopped you
for emergencies,
as a result of her
and
complaint
you go and
that
pick
you
her up,
appeared to be
and the two of you
intoxicated
get
and
drunk
you
in
were
the house.
harassing her.
I don't believe
And
I had
according
drunk.
to
I
the
might have
first
had a drink
officer,
of wine,
you appeared
ma'am.
to be under
I
the
have a beer
influence
somewhere.
of
I'm gonna
alcohol.
look at this
You were
video
slurring your words.
their
your
house
gait
being
was
destroyed.
unsteady.
Is that what
your
I'm going to
eyes
see?
were glassy.
Yes.
Okay. According to the
Roll
police
tape.
report,
Would you like
you
for
did
me
a
to explain your
breathalyzer.
role?
The legal
Sure.
limit
Here,
is point.
The,
wait.
I call her the
Your
homeless
reading
woman is
was
putting
a 17,
glass top
and the
onto
officers
a
then
propane
informed
fire
you
pit
that
and it
they were
exploded
placing
after
you
that.
under
Here
arrest
she's
on
removing
suspicion
a
of driving
wind
while under
guard
the
around
influence
it,
of alcohol.
and now
That's
she's going
what you
to
were
be
arrested
booming
for,
off
and you
the
were
thousands
under the
of
influence
pieces
of alcohol.
glass when she put the glass top back on the full
Tracy
propane.
Tart
Here they went
claims
drinking.
Cheryl
He's opening up the
Suttles
door.
owes for the cost
She
of having
falls
him
out,
falsely
absolutely
arrested.
dead drunk.
Cheryl
And she's
is
doing that
countersuing
with tights
for
all down to her
harassment
knees,
and invasion
exposing
of
her
privacy.
buttocks.
Okay,
And
she
here
didn't
she
say
he is
you
trying
came
to,
after her with a knife,
sit her
with a
up.
hammer,
She
with
is
a gun.
completely
You
drunk.
threatened
Of course,
to hit her
he was using
or
our
do
truck
anything
to go
else.
get drunk.
She said you
in the mountains
appeared to be
somewhere.
drunk,
and there,
and you
they're
were harassing
fighting.
her.
He's
Well,
locking
you
the
were
door.
drunk.
She's
Just a
coming
second.
down the
You
side of
were
the
drunk.
kitchen.
I have a video,
She's going
which I'd
to
love
have
for
a
you to
little
see.
fit
Just a
here.
second. All I telling
Knocks
you
the
is
barbecue
your
over, kicks the
entire
lid.
lawsuit
The ashes
is based
are all over
upon
the wooden
fact
deck. This is
you're
100%
suing
wooden
her
house in the
for
mountains.
filing a false
so
report.
fire is always
The
a
false
problem. Here,
report
I'm not
was
sure
that you
exactly
were
what she's
drunk
holding in her
and
right
harassing
hand.
her.
Looks to
The
me like a
police
handgun.
confirmed the
In her
fact
left
when
hand
they
it's her
stopped
phone.
you that you
he
were
is
drunk.
filming her
That's
because
not a
they were
false
having
police
issues
report,
together.
sir. Why were you
yes, it
filming
was,
her?
ma'am.
To show her what she's
I
doing.
had already
I blacked out.
stopped. The police didn't pull me
Blackout?
over
Too
and
many
stop me. I
times
was
she's
already
been
parked.
like
This
that,
video,
and
which
she
I would
doesn't
love
believe
to
she
see.
did that.
Listen to me. The police
And-
car followed
do you
you
have photographs of
into
the
the
damage?
parking lot.
Well, I just
They
went around the
stopped-
block.
Sure, absolutely.
They
May I
stopped you
approach or get
as you were
just
getting out of your
down
car. And the police
well, here's the
officer
car.
said, look, you look a little tipsy
so
to
they
me,
have-
you look a little
okay.
woozy
So
to
they
me.
have
He saw you
photographs.
driving
Yeah,
with
the
an
photographs
alcohol
on
level
everything.
almost 3 times
That's
the
just
legal
one
limit.
issue.
What
I
you
don't
do
care,
the
you can do this all
ATV?
you like.
The ATV
You were arrested
has a
because you were
window
driving
windscreen
drunk.
that will
Those
Yeah,
charges
yeah.
have been
It
dismissed,
clipped
ma'am.
the tree
Listen,
and popped.
I don't
the
care.
little
You may have hired a
rivet or
lawyer,
bar
and your lawyer
that
may have said,
holds-
listen,
Who was
this
in
is a
it?
disabled
Myself
vet.
and Sally.
This
So
is
far,
his
you do
first
know you're
offense.
responsible for all this
Let's
damage.
give him a
The
clean
dogs
record.
could not
I
have
have
done
no
the damage
idea
on
what
the
he said.
ATV, that's
The
correct.
police
And they did not do the damage on the truck.
stopped you.
I may explain the truck,
Ultimately,
how it
gave you a
happened or anything.
They
breathalyzer,
didn't drive the
found
truck.
you were 3 times
No,
over
ma'am.
the
They
legal
did
limit,
not.
and arrested
And I
you for
assume you're not
DUI, just
suggesting
for
that the
harassing
dogs
her.
peed on the mattress.
Based on her
Maybe there was a
lie.
spilled
It
drink.
wasn't a lie.
If
It
you
was
would
the
look
truth.
at this video,
No,
you
listen
would
to
see
me.
this.
No.
So
It
far,
wasn't a lie.
die.
You are
It was the child. I
responsible
don't even
for
have to
all
look
this
at the
damage.
video.
Yes, you
You said she
No,
came
I don't.
twice. I'm just
I was
curious.
telling you
How
I
did you
don't.
come
One
back
word
twice?
to
You can't.
When I
And
took
she
her the
threatened to
first time back
So I was going
to
to
the
die,
home
ma'am.
Cape
I am
Drawer, Sally
diagnosed with
was needing to
significant,
go back to the
serious,
hospital. When she's
recognized
at this
disease
stage,
by
What do
the
you mean she
Department
needed
of
to go
Veterans
back to the
Affairs.
hospital
The flight or
because
fight syndrome
she started
occurred to me.
drinking things
There was no
like
criminal
cordials
intent for
and
me to
wine
jump
that
in my
was in a
vehicle
closet
to
that
leave.
I
When
put
she
down.
has
All of
told me
their
that I was
alcohol.
going to die, That is when
What
I
you
left
say
and drove
in your
around the block.
answer
If she
is,
hadn't have been
the house was
harassing
fine
me,
when I left.
I am
If she wouldn't have been harassing you, you
I
wouldn't
have
have been
no idea what
drinking
happened to the
before.
home.
Just a
Also
second.
not
Let's
true.
listen to
Maybe
what
someone
broke
into the house after
listen to
I
what I'm
left
saying
and
to you,
trashed
sir.
the place.
You haven't been to law
Either
school yet. You haven't
possibility
passed the bar
is
yet. You
that
haven't been
they're
admitted to
two
practice law
unruly,
yet. So
poorly
what I'm
trained
telling you is as
dogs did the
follows.
damage. Either
She
way,
made a
it wasn't
complaint
me.
based
So
upon
that's
her
all.
observation.
Baloney.
Her observation
And
was
the
you were drunk. You
maximum
were arrested
in your
for
small claims
DUI,
court is
and you
$5,000.
were driving
And they weren't
drunk.
being dropped.
You and Sally did
You
more
have
than
no
$5,000
case. Your case is
worth of
over.
damage
You were
to the
arrested for
plaintiff's
DUI.
home. I mean, what
Stop.
were you
You
thinking?
were arrested
If
for
I
DUI. You
believed
were
the
drunk.
first time you saw
I don't know
Sally
where the
take a
last
drink,
time
you
is
should
that
have
you
put her
had
in
a
the
drink,
truck
but
and
certainly
taken her
had a
home.
drink on
What you
August
did was you
22nd
took
and
her
got
out
behind the wheel of a car.
and she
Your
blacked
case is
out. You had to
dismissed.
cart
We're going to
her
get to your
out
counterclaim.
of the truck.
Likewise.
Lift her.
It's
you.
nonsense. She should have not
Goodbye.
been there.
This court is
Unless
adjourned.
you were sort of happy with the company. If you were sort of happy with the company,
Well, I think
so
it's a
drunk
rotten
or
decision.
sober,
Well, I
you
was
were happy.
concerned about I'm
It
sitting
didn't
in the
make much
parking
difference,
lot
so she
for
stayed.
myself.
When
If
you
he
think
hits
with
my
another
car
organ
backing up
other
or
than your
pulling in
brain,
forward,
She
then
threatened
sometimes
to
it
take
costs you.
my life.
This
I didn't
one's
know
going
she
to
had a
cost you
gun or nothing.
$5,000.
I'm a Christian
Just for the
person and I
plaintiff,
don't
we are
have
finished.
time for
Thank you very
killing
much.
anybody.
This court is
That I
adjourned.
would have came over to her and I would die that day. You can't say that to
The
just
decision was
anybody.
correct.
I mean, I just couldn't believe when we walked in and our house was
That
completely
case was
destroyed.
actually
I was in
made
love with a
so
girl
easy
and
by the police
figured I thought
report.
it was right for
I
her to
could
get
tell
out
the
of
time that you were taking to
triggering
read it, I knew there had to be
situations,
something
and
good in there.
It blew up.
You should have seen some of the
He
other
wasn't
videos.
arrested
That's-
for harassing her. He was arrested
For drunk
right
driving.
thing to do to help somebody I love.
and he
A
was
very tough
driving
lesson
drunk.
to
And he was
learn
suing
and
her
be
because he was
careful when you
mad
go
that
out
she
of
was the
town.
reason he got caught.
Make sure you
But
know
people
your
have to
files
realize
and
that
who
is
they are
not
and what
a
they can
cause
do.
of action. Maybe once he
Yeah.
goes to law school, he'll learn that.
Only
That's
had
very
one
true.
thought after
Okay.
that case, which is he was almost sobering enough for me to give up my 2 happy glasses of rosé every night.
At least you can get in and out
Yeah,
of the
the
car.
car.
So
Garage.
Correct.
Did you leave the garage door open?
I have no idea.
It wasn't the first time, though. She has been told several of times in the past.
Show me. Well, they told you must close the garage door.
This is my first time seeing those letters.
This is Judy Justice. Robert Diaz is suing his neighbor, Lindsay Wilcox, for the cost of a car due to her negligence.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case number 3114, Diaz versus Wilcox.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Diaz, you and Miss Wilcox live in the same apartment building.
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been living there how long?
A year, approximately.
And you?
Just over 3 years.
How many stories are in the building?
1-level garage and then
4 levels.
4 levels.
Okay, I see that you must have brought a photograph of the garage.
Yes.
Okay, and each apartment has its own garage door, is that right?
You share with another apartment, so with...
Okay, so there are 2 cars that fit in each bay,
Yes.
and you get 1 parking space per apartment.
For me personally, I have a tandem parking spot. So my parking garage door, it can hold 4 cars total because we have 2 tandem spots, me and the neighbor that I share the door with.
Got it. Mr. Diaz, it is your claim that on December 21st,
Correct.
your car was stolen
Yes,
out
Your
of the parking garage. And it is your claim that it was stolen as a result of Miss Wilcox's negligence in that she left her garage door open, which allowed the thieves to come in and steal your car. That's the theory of your case.
Correct.
Okay. I want you to show me proof first that she left her garage door open.
There's video footage there.
I'd like to see it. That's you pulling out, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Who's that purple car?
Someone just randomly seen a garage unit open and just...
No, so you don't know?
No, I don't.
Nobody that lives there?
No.
Miss Wilcox?
Yes.
You left at 11 o'clock on the 20th at 4:30 in the morning. These thieves come in, clearly a group of thieves, and steal Mr. Diaz's car. Could you tell me why you left at 11 o'clock at night and didn't close the garage door after you?
Well, I was going to my friend's house. The reason I didn't close the garage door, I couldn't say I had lived there for over 3 years, and I've done the same thing every day, multiple times a day. I press the button to open the garage, I pull out, I press the button to close the garage door, and I drive away. And an issue had never been brought up, so I didn't think to do anything differently. And
what do you mean you push a button and the garage door closes? What does that mean?
My garage door opener.
But you didn't wait to see whether or not it closed?
Not all the way.
Had anybody ever complained to you before about leaving your garage door open?
No, ma'am.
Nobody had contacted you?
Not once.
Well, you're not responsible for somebody else's criminal behavior, but you would admit that that's negligent in leaving your garage door open. It was clear that these opportunists took advantage of the fact that the garage door was open in order to steal his car.
Absolutely. I definitely would have never left my garage door open on purpose. And if an issue had ever been brought up to me, it would have been solved months ago.
Did they ever find your car?
They still never found the vehicle yet.
Okay. When did you purchase the car, Mr. Diaz?
February 2020.
What kind of car was it? It's a little car.
It's a Kia Soul.
What year?
2018.
And how much did you pay for it?
$16,000.
Did you take out a loan? Did you take out a loan?
Yes.
And I assume that it had not been paid off in 2020.
No, one more year.
And I also assume that you didn't have insurance that you were required to have by the loan company.
I had insurance for it. I purchased a vehicle for my wife as a present.
Listen, don't give me a whole story. Clearly, she shouldn't have left her garage door open.
Yes.
Right? You had an agreement with the loan company that you would have the car fully insured until the loan was paid back. If you had the car fully insured, they would have paid the value of the car, right?
Yes.
Now, after your car was stolen, did you contact the insurance company?
I did immediately.
You did immediately. And you were told that your claim was not allowed because do you have a letter from the insurance company?
Excuse me?
Do you have a letter from the insurance company? You contacted the insurance company. Did you get paid for the car?
No, I did not get paid for the car.
Why?
Because I had liability, which was for accidental. I didn't have for theft.
Yeah, but you're supposed to, pursuant to the terms of your loan, right?
Correct. I bought the vehicle for my wife. She had the insurance.
So if your wife had insurance, then it would have...
I thought she had full coverage insurance on it.
So you were mistaken.
Yes, and...
Just a second. So you made a mistake.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
She made a mistake. You still owe on the car. She's not going to pay off your car. If you had no loan on the car with any responsibility to maintain insurance on it, which you did and which you purposefully didn't do because it was more expensive, to maintain insurance full coverage, which everyone is required to maintain when they have a loan on a car.
Yes, Your Honor, you're right.
Well, that's true, right? Yeah. You think she purposefully left the door open there so that someone could come in and steal your car?
No.
Of course not.
It wasn't the first time, though. She has been told several of times in the past. And
by whom?
By the unit. We have...
Just a second. Show me. This is September 21st, 2021. Well, they told you, please be advised, you must close the garage door.
Robert Diaz claims his neighbor, Lindsay Wilcox, negligently left the garage door open, resulting in his car being stolen.
They told you, please be advised, you must close the garage door. Kevin, show that. It's October 17th. This is December. Show those to her. You received these?
I did not.
You did not?
I did not receive those. This is my first time seeing those letters.
Really?
Yes. I don't know if they were supposed to go to my email or I don't know where those went.
Would you do something for me, Sarah? Look up Plaza Homeowners. You would agree, Miss Wilcox, that if the Homeowners Association says that they were sent to you, I don't know how they were sent, slipped under your door, it doesn't look as if it's an email, that you had notice of the problem. Because she's going to call them.
Yeah, I believe that they attempted, but...
That they what?
That they attempted, but I believe that they failed to inform me.
Not necessary, Sarah. Okay, so I'm going to take that as I got these under my door, Or I got these in my mailbox. They attempted, but they didn't inform. How would you know that they attempted?
I spoke with my neighbor, and she claimed that she had written those out and left them on my door.
Your neighbor, not the homeowners association.
I don't know if she's a part of the homeowners association. She said that she left those on my door, and I maintained with her that I never received them.
I don't believe that.
That I never received them?
Yeah.
I never received them. I'm sorry.
Well, it's left over here on December 21st, 2023. This was December 14th, 2023. Did you leave the garage door open?
On the 21st?
On the 14th.
I have no idea.
Do you have a remote button in your car?
I don't keep it in my car. I carry it with me.
Carry it with you where?
I take it up to my apartment with me and keep it by my front door. And then when I go out the back stairs, I open the garage door from there so that I can get in.
With the button?
Yes.
And then what do you do with the remote? Where do you put it?
I take it with me in the car, and I keep it next to me in the car, and as I pull out, I press the button, and then I drive away.
So that was your routine on this date, that you pulled out, pressed the button, and then drove away. So there would be a pause in your car as you were pulling away. Could we go back to the tape of Miss Wilcox pulling out of her space? Yeah, you didn't press any button.
As I'm pulling out, I usually reach down to press the button.
You didn't. Both hands were on the steering wheel. You want to play that back? Both hands on the steering wheel, hand over hand. You didn't press anything. Okay, Miss Wilcox, there is no question you're not going to pay him for a car because A, you didn't steal it, and B, you may have been negligent leaving it open, but that doesn't mean that you're responsible for his car. Most importantly for me, Mr. Diaz purposefully didn't have his car insured as he was supposed to by virtue of his contract with the lender. That's on you.
I assume my wife had full coverage vehicle because I was a present for her. She had the basic liability. She didn't have full coverage.
Why is that her problem?
It would never happen if the garage had been closed when she left.
Who knows? I know that from what I see, she did not close the garage door. And I'm going to give her a little bit for not doing what she was supposed to. The responsibility of maintaining insurance was yours. You can't say, I thought my wife had the insurance. You have a loan. You have to have insurance on the car.
We had the insurance payment 6 months in advance, and I assumed it was full coverage, Your Honor.
Then you made a what?
Mistake.
So did she, right?
Correct.
Okay. She's going to give you enough money so that you can pay insurance on another car for a little bit. She's going to give you $500. The rest of it is on you. Close the garage door. When you leave, it allows people to come in and do bad things. You can't be held responsible for what other bad people did. By the way, how much do you still owe on the car, sir?
$8,000.
That's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
Insurance. That's why you have insurance. The bank coming after you?
Yeah. Well, I have to pay it.
I would say that you do. Anyway, judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $500. Be careful the next time.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're done.
This court is adjourned.
It's fortunate that I was not held financially responsible for the full amount of the car because I did not steal a car.
It's funny how she's been told about it, and then she says no one's ever told her about it.
You know, ever since I've been contacted about the issue, I can guarantee that no one's had any issues with my garage door.
Make sure you close the garage. That's all it is. It's not that hard to press a button.
I don't think that her negligence in failing to close the door precipitated the theft of the car. But I think that she was wrong, and I don't think she closed the garage door because I was watching her hand-on-hand motion. You know, she said it was by the console, so I didn't see any time when she could have pressed a button. But Mr. Diaz knew that he didn't have insurance on the car because it was expensive. Yeah. So he just had one kind of insurance that didn't cover theft. And he was supposed to. He knew he was supposed to.
Well, that's why banks require you to have full coverage for situations like this. Now, like he said, he's stuck paying $8,000 for an asset that he no longer has. But that's not the bank's problem.
Case 3129, Pike versus Smith. All parties, please come forward.
Mason Pike is suing his former friend, Adrice Smith, for a Beyonce concert ticket and travel costs.
Mr. Pike, Mr. Smith is a friend of yours, I'm not sure.
Yes, ma'am.
And it is your claim that he owes you for a concert ticket.
Yes,
the concert ticket was to see Beyonce.
Yes, ma'am.
And some travel-related expenses.
Yes.
I'm not sure about his defense, but it sort of sounds to me as if he's saying, well, he was going to pay you when his friend straightened up, but his friend never straightened up. Got that right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's start out with when and why the concert.
When the concert was on September 27th, that was in New Orleans. That's the one we ended up going to. Why would be because I went to the concert in Atlanta with one of my friends, Jamie, and Drew was supposed to go as well, but he wasn't able to. And we got cheap tickets in Atlanta. We were way up in the rafters, $50 tickets. And I thought that would be good enough, but after I saw the show, I was like, this is amazing. Gotta go on the floor seats. So then that's when he had mentioned that he was...
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith had...
How long have the two of you been friends?
Maybe 3 or 4 years-ish.
You do business together? What kind of work do you do?
I work in film myself, in location department in Atlanta.
And what about you, sir?
I do insurance.
Okay, go ahead.
So then he told me that he was already going to the New Orleans concert, that maybe we could go together. So I thought that would be a great idea, you know, let's do that.
So far, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then on the, let's see, on the 22nd, so just a few days prior, he told me that he still...
Look at me, don't read.
Sorry, he told me that he didn't have his money still. So, like,
I didn't hear any conversation about money. Mr. Pike, you skipped over a whole big thing.
Mason Pike claims his former friend, Audrey Smith, owes for a Beyonce concert ticket and travel costs.
He said he was going to the concert. You mean he was going to the concert, but he didn't have a ticket?
That's what he said on the 22nd.
Look at me. You're missing a step, Mr. Pike.
Yes.
Don't look at your notes.
Sorry.
You should know it because it's the truth, right? If you're telling the truth, you don't have to have a good memory.
Yes.
You don't need crib notes when you're coming here.
You're right. Correct.
Okay. So you wanted floor seats to the Beyonce concert, which was going to take place in New Orleans.
Yes.
You mentioned it to your friend. He said, I'm going to that concert.
Correct.
And you said to him, what?
On the 22nd, I just reached out. I was like, are you still going? What's the situation on that? And he said that whatever funds he was using for that had not come in yet, that he was expecting them by now, but he didn't have them. So that led me to believe they should be sometime soon.
Don't let you to believe.
Right. That was my
So
mistake.
did you have your ticket already?
Not yet. Not yet.
So on the 22nd, just a few days before the concert, neither of you had tickets.
Correct.
And you were looking to get floor seats?
Correct.
Can you do that for a Beyonce concert?
You can, but they're going to be pretty pricey, which is why the ticket is so pricey, because we waited to the last minute to get it, like hours before.
Why did you wait till the last minute? You were going with or without him?
We were both hoping that maybe they would be cheaper on the day, but it turned out to be the opposite. So just a bad call.
Okay. So you both knew that you were waiting until sort of the last few days to see if the prices fluctuated.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And when they hadn't, you tell me about the conversation that you had with him on the 22nd of September.
So Mason had hit me up and he asked me, was I still going to the concert? I said to him that the money that I was expecting to come had not come yet. And so I said, I don't know when it's going to come. I don't have it now. So I said that I wasn't going to go because I didn't want to put myself in that type of circumstances. And he, at that moment, insisted that he still wanted me to go to the concert. And he felt like that I shouldn't miss out. And then his response was, I will take care of the tickets and then you can pay me back when you can.
Okay, I'll take care of the tickets and you can pay me back when you can.
Yes, and then my response to that was, "Oh, that's sweet." As in, like, what a sweet gesture for you to say that. After that comment of "all that's sweet," he had messaged me a few days and then we just started talking about the arrangements. I never officially agreed to pay him back.
Don't editorialize what you did or did not do. So far, you said, I'll pay you back when I can.
Right.
That's what you said, right?
Well, I said all that's sweet, but yes.
No, I don't care. That's superfluous to the lawsuit.
Right.
Right?
But then yes, I said I'll pay you back when I can.
Okay. Where do you live, Mr. Smith?
In Atlanta.
Who do you live with?
Myself.
You have an apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
How much rent do you pay?
It's $17.65. And it comes to about $18.
Just a second, $17.65. Where do you work?
I work for State Farm.
How long have you worked for State Farm?
Since October of last year. Not last year. The year before last year.
October of 2022?
Yes.
And how much was your gross salary last year on your taxes?
Last year it was 42 and change.
And you have to file taxes again this year. Approximately how much are you earning this year?
This year it was 44.
So you earn more this year?
Yes.
Now, when you said to him, I don't have the money right now, but I'll take it, that's great, and I'll pay you back when I can.
Yes.
What was the I can? Because I think you testified earlier that you were waiting for some money.
Yes.
You were waiting for some money from what source?
A very close friend of mine, he is
Careful. Let's go.
So he is a friend of mine that we're close, but he also gives me money sometimes and buys me things and gifts and whatnot. So his intention was to take me to the Atlanta show for Beyonce, but he was waiting for a check from the VA because he used to be in the Army. And that check did not come at the time for the Atlanta show. So his intention was, he said, well, if your friend gives you the tickets, then I will send you the money to pay him back once his VA funds come.
But you had the money, sir. As a matter of fact, you made more money this year than last year. How old are you?
I'm 26.
26, you work full-time, you work for a big corporation, you've been working there for several years. There's no reason why somebody else has to buy you a ticket, sir. You made more money this year than you did the year before that, and these tickets were, what, $1,000?
Yes, ma'am, roughly.
Would you pay for your own ticket or just don't go?
Well, I wasn't going to go. My bills to income ratio is not ideal for me to spend $1,300 on a concert, which is why I told Mason that I wasn't going to go because I couldn't afford it.
Okay, let me hear your version of what he told you, please.
He agreed to go, and then on the day when we bought the tickets on the 27th, I have text messages.
27th is when you bought?
September 27th, just hours before the concert, really. I have text messages where I told him, I said, you know, I only see seats for $1,200. Is that okay? And he said, let's do that. I do have those messages.
May I see that, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, he says to you, you headed back. We should probably figure out tickets soon. The cheapest floor seat I see is $1,200. That's what he said to you. And then you say, let's do that then. I'm waiting for my Uber.
I had intentions. I mean, my intentions were to pay him back, but it's just...
Great. That's why you're here, so that you can make good on your intentions, sir. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,200. We're finished. Thank you very much.
This court is adjourned.
If I'm telling you I don't have the money, before you even buy the ticket, why would you still buy it?
He just said that he was waiting on funds, and I never knew what those funds were until today.
I mean, I guess I don't blame him, but he very much so wanted my attention.
I was getting very cold responses, like almost like I was bothering him about the money, and I was just like, this doesn't feel right. Maybe I should look into getting a judgment just in case he doesn't pay on it.
He showed his true colors, and honestly, it's fine.
No free rides. I'll probably think twice on the next person I take, for sure.
I find it irresponsible on his part, and I just think that Mason is a scummy person.
How much did you pay? The most you ever paid for a concert ticket?
I think it was recently, about $1,000 for my sister and I to go see Drake at Madison Square Garden.
So that's for two tickets?
For two.
That's
$1,200 would be a bit tough to spend on one ticket.
Well, that's a lot of money, but I know a lot of people do that, and I understand that Beyonce puts on one fabulous concert.
I have not been lucky enough to see it, but hopefully, on the next one I'll catch her.
Next go around. Well, I'm sure they had a good time.
I'm sure they did.
Hired her to do their hair for the party.
When they got their hair done by her, initially, they were complaining of their head hurting. But when I took the ponytail completely down, they had these sores.
What did your mother do when you told her that your head hurt you? What did she do?
They got the memory like Dory. Like, they can't even remember what they ate for breakfast yesterday.
This is Judy Justice. Quay Walden is suing hairdresser friend Sean Fisher for injuries to her 16-year-old twin daughters after friend Sean styled their hair.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 3138, Walden versus Fisher.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Miss Walden, this is your case. These are your twin daughters. They were celebrating a sweet 16 and they were having a party.
Yes, ma'am.
They wanted a very special look for the party. They were going to wear their hair in some sort of a ponytail. You bought each of them an extension so that they could enhance whatever hairstyle they were going to have. And you hired Miss Fisher in order to do their hair for the party. So far, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the girls they went by themselves. And your lawsuit says that they did have their party and that their hair looked just fine for the party. Hair looked great, right? Took pictures, everything was perfect for the party.
Yes, ma'am.
And then after the party, day later or 2 days later, they were having problems. The hair didn't stay as it was supposed to be. It was supposed to stay for longer than a couple of days. And then when you finally took the curls out, you noticed that they had sores in their hair from where pins had been stabbing them for days. You want to be compensated for that.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what the case is about.
Yeah.
Did I leave anything out?
You kind of mixed it up a little bit, but it's fine.
No, tell me how I mixed it up.
So first, if I would like to say, if I knew what lied beneath the craftsmanship, I would have never even reached out
Who
about the
cares?
craftsmanship.
That has absolutely nothing to do with laying out what your lawsuit is about. You hired her, and if hindsight were 20/20, my parents would have been taller. Maybe I would have been taller. But that's what happens. Stand up next to your mother, please. Has the defendant ever done their hair before?
No, she did not do their hair before.
Just a second. How did you find her?
On the internet. I had a couple of options to vacillate between.
Just a second.
So I chose
on
her.
the internet. And what did you pay her to do the girl's hair?
$400, $200 each for an updo ponytail. And to be quite frank, I'm very familiar with it. I've done it on their hair a couple of times before. I know how it should be done. I paid her to do the service. When they came home, like I said, the hair was nice for the party. 2 days later, all I went to do was titivate the curls. When I took the pin out just to redo the curls, the whole ponytail fell apart. I was actually in the middle of recording a TikTok just to show, how to redo the curls, and
I don't care about
I had it on video.
I don't care. Do you understand? I only care about one thing in your complaint, and that is you say that the girls suffered permanent damage to their scalp as a result of the way she attached these pieces of hair. That's your complaint. Yeah. So when was the Sweet 16?
So the Sweet 16 was May 13th.
Okay. May 13th, 2023.
Yes. May 16th is when I went to basically redo the curls. May 19th, I took it out. And I would like to mention, when they got their hair done by her, initially, they were complaining of their head hurting. They went and they advised her, because like I said, they have these plenty of time before. They told her their head, it wasn't feeling right. She took a tail comb and stuck it in the middle of their head and went like this and said, because y'all not used to updo ponytails.
Could we move on, please?
Absolutely.
May 19th is what you were at.
Yeah, I took their hair down on May 19th, is when I took it out completely.
You took it out completely.
Yes,
6 days later, 6 days later, you took it out completely. Now, between the 13th and the 19th, 6 days, the girls were away, or were they with you?
They were with me.
24 hours a day when they weren't in school?
Yes, 24 hours a day. We're pretty.
I assume if something was sticking them in the head, that your daughters, who were 16 years old, would have said, Mom, something's sticking me and hurting me on the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th. Look at me. How many times did you complain to your mother from the 14th to the 19th that your head hurt you? Look at me. How many times? No answer is going to be a good answer. I'm giving you forewarn. How many times? If it was 0, just tell me 0.
And if you...
Shut.
No, I'm looking at it.
Just answer my question. How many times between the 14th of May and the 19th of May did either of you complain to your mother that your head hurt you? Don't speak. How many times? Are you girls...
Because they can't even remember what they had for dinner yesterday.
Okay, I'm going to dismiss your case, period. Do you understand? You want to answer my question. How many times did you complain to your mother that your head hurt you between the 14th of May and the 19th of May?
A few, maybe 3.
What?
A few.
A few. Now, when you complained to your mother and you told her that your head hurt you, what did she do on the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, or 18th? What did she do? Put the phone down. What? Look at me. What did your mother do?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Yeah, we don't.
So sit down.
Okay, sit down.
No, not her. She's standing. When you complained to your mother a few times, I assume, where the ponytail was put there, when you told her that your head hurt you, what did she do? And if she did nothing, just say she did nothing. Listen to me. Your case is going to be dismissed. Do you understand? Probably anyway. But if you interfere with my examination of a witness by coaching, I'm going to throw you out now. I don't need it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Quay Walden claims hairdresser Prashawn Fisher injured her 16-year-old twin daughters after she styled their hair. Friend Sean is countersuing Quay for defaming her online.
So I'm going to ask you again, when you told her that your mother, that your head hurt you, What did your mother do? And if she did nothing, say she did nothing.
She was contacting Miss Fran to see if she can alternate it or fix the ponytail, but we were being ignored.
No. What did your mother do when you told her that your head hurt you?
She contacted Miss Fran.
Well, what is she? She was an hour away. Your mother is your mother. My child says to me, my head hurts where this thing is. I say, well, just a minute. I'm familiar with how to do that. I can take it out and take a look at it and see where it's hurting you. Did your mother do that? The answer is yes or no.
No.
Good, sit.
Can I say something, please?
You could say whatever you want.
I just wanted to say this. Initially, of course, I spent all this money. I don't have it to be wasted. So when they were saying that the ponytails, I did lose. Again, I took the pins out and stuff, and I just wrapped it around that way. But when I took the ponytail completely down, they had these sores all in the middle.
Just a second. Your daughter just told me that she told you that her head hurt. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but if I had a daughter who said my head hurts and I had some sort of contraption in my head, especially since the party's over, I would say, since you told me before you're totally familiar with this process, I would say, well, just a second, let me take it out, as you ultimately did.
Yes.
Let me take it out. You don't need the curls anymore. Let me take it out.
That's my fault because trying to save money.
That's your fault.
Trying to save money.
Well, then you save money. So what do you bring me a lawsuit for?
Please?
Then you were derelict in your responsibility as a mother.
Well, as far as the ponytail, when they were saying that, I was thinking personally that when I take it completely down, I didn't know the severity that lied beneath. Had I known the severity, because this never happened before.
Well, how could she know the severity? She didn't live with you or her.
I didn't think it was that drastic. But when I took it down completely, I have the videos, sores all in the middle of their head. And that's because when she did the hairstyle, what she did was she put so this hairstyles usually take maybe 2 hours. She finished in 40 minutes. And what she did was, instead of gluing every weft onto the hair ponytail, to save time, and as they said, her children were running around, she was trying to get out of there. She put the ponytail...
Just a second, you weren't there.
Well, they called me.
Just a second. They told you?
They called me.
They called you. Just a second. And the girls arrived late. She charged a late... Put your hand down.
That's not true, ma'am. That's not true.
Did you charge a late fee?
Yes, I did, and I do have proof.
And did they pay the late fee?
Yes, and I do have proof stating that she said they will arrive at 6:03. I have it.
And the appointment was for what time?
It was I have the appointment right here. It was at 5:30, and I have
100% correct.
Just a second. She's speaking.
Oh, I apologize. Now she's correct.
Okay. So
can I finish what I was saying?
No. Now she's correct. Your daughters arrived late.
About the timing.
Your daughters arrived late. And you paid a late fee.
Okay.
That's a yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry, this was last year. I'm sorry that I didn't remember that. But okay,
well, you have to remember. You already told me that the girls, sometimes they remember and sometimes they don't remember. Isn't that what you said before? They don't remember. They don't remember what they had yesterday.
They got the memory like Dory. Like, they can't even remember what they ate for breakfast yesterday. So I was just saying, so the way she did the hair, she didn't glue the wefts on. She even said that she didn't do it the way it was supposed to be done because she wanted to save me money on the quality bundles. What it should have been the glued wefts around the ponytail. What she did was put the rubber band extremely tight and used hairpins to hold the hair together instead of gluing the wefts. When I took out the ponytail, I promise you, the sores were so... I have
Just a second. I want to see the letter from the doctor where you took them.
Okay, so what I have as far as...
No, don't tell me what you have. I said I want to see the letter from the doctor.
Can I please...
Did you...
And may
Miss
I
Walden,
to see the derm...
Miss Walden,
so this is what I have.
Miss Walden, pay attention.
Yes, I'm very nervous. And
I don't care.
Anxiety.
I don't care. I don't care. If you were very nervous, you shouldn't come on television.
Absolutely.
Okay. Did you take your daughters to a dermatologist?
Okay, so I took them to the...
That's either a yes
it wasn't for
or
the
a no.
bald spot. I took them to the dermatologist, and they told me when I got here to tell you this. I took them to the...
No, you can't tell me what the dermatologist told you, Miss Walden.
I'm talking about here.
Did you take, after May 19th, when you took down the ponytail, did you take the girls immediately to the doctor? So the answer is no. On what date did you, for pay attention, on what date after May 19th, did you take the girls to a doctor who is going to either testify or submit something in writing because you say in your complaint in which you are requesting $5,500 that as a result of their negligence, they now have noticeable bald spots. I took them to a dermatologist, and it was confirmed that their hair would never grow back in those spots. I want to see, since you don't have the dermatologist there, I want the dermatologist's report that he saw the girls on what date, what he found, and that this hair is not going to grow back. Okay. Do you have that?
I have a letter from the dermatologist that they gave me.
No, don't.
Here you go.
Just a second. May I see that? This is March of 2024.
And your producers asked me to go now. I traveled to get that.
Return this. That's
okay.
March. That's a.
If you read it,
I'm not reading it. It was prepared for litigation. So what you're telling me, honestly, with this terrible condition, which you wanted to pay $5,500 for, you as the mother never took your daughters to a dermatologist.
That's
never
not true.
took your
I took
daughter
them to the dermatologist. They went for a skin treatment. They went to get a chemical pill.
Date?
This was the ending of May, beginning of June. I'm sorry I don't have the exact date. I took them for their skin. I asked doctor, can you please look at the spot that they have in their hair because they have sores from a ponytail they had. She said whatever she needs to say.
Pay attention to me. Don't look confused.
I'm a little confused.
Don't look confused.
Quay Walden has accused hairdresser Franchon Fisher of injuring her twin daughters after she styled their hair. Franchon claims Quay defamed her online.
Now, if you took the girls to the doctors in May, and what you're trying to say is you took them for a facial skin condition, and while you were there, you said in passing, would you please look at their scalps? Then you should have, when you came today, brought the report from that dermatologist as to what that dermatologist found in May of 2023.
What if they didn't make any report of it or anything because I was asking her to take a look at it because I was concerned about it?
Your case is dismissed. You have no case.
So what if I
Your case is dismissed. You have no case.
Defamation of character.
Just a second. Now I'm going to, excuse me, she's absolutely right. She has a defamation case. I'm speaking.
Judge Judy, can I please speak, please? Because you didn't even let me. I'm trying. She has a permanent bald spot in her head. The picture is literally right here. It's permanent.
Attention to me.
It's not a coincidence they both had swords in both of their heads. It was a technique that she did.
Miss Walden, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to you what I really said subtly. If my daughter went to a hairdresser who put in some sort of an extension and said to me, her mother, the day after the event and all the pictures were taken, Mommy, my head hurts. The first thing that I would do as a mother was take out whatever it was that they were complaining about and look at their scalps and say, gee whiz, this looks nasty. Instead, you left it in for 6 days after your daughter told you that her head hurt. You left it in. Not her, you did.
But Judge Judy,
not a but. Your case is dismissed. You're done.
Okay.
You're done.
All right.
Now I'm going to the counterclaim, and the counterclaim is that you defamed her in her business. Okay. Ms. Fisher?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd like to see your proof of what you claim Ms. Walden did to defame you in your business.
I have several posts.
May I see them, please?
Sure. It's by She also...
just a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You want me to just throw you out? And then it's easy. Then I do your case easily.
No worries.
All right. Very good. Okay. Before I look at these, do you advertise your service on the internet?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay. And you understand that if you advertise your service on the internet, people are going to rate your service. They're going to be able to comment on it.
Correct.
You do understand that. Yes. And some comments will be good, and some comments will be bad. You understand that?
Yes, I am.
And you also understand that if the comment is negative because someone is dissatisfied with your service, which is a subjective evaluation, that they're going to say, I was dissatisfied with the service. You do understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, with that,
Judge Judy,
I don't want to hear you.
Can you please tell me this, please?
I just told you why.
What is the coincidence as far as them both having sores in their head after she did it?
Would you read back?
Coincidence. It's not.
Whitney, would you read back to her the part where I started, if my daughters complain to me for one day.
Yeah, but the thing is,
don't
though,
speak.
But
Just a second. You're asking me, I'm answering you, and then don't speak again.
0. She's going to read back to you why, starting with, if my daughters complain to me. Can you start that, Whitney?
If my daughter went to a hairdresser who put in some sort of an extension and said to me, her mother, the day after the event, Mommy, my head hurts, the first thing that I would do as a mother was take out whatever it was that they were complaining about and take a look at their, I'm speaking, and you're not speaking anymore. And look at their scalps and say, gee whiz, this looks nasty. Instead, you left it in for 6 days.
But I took the hairpins
after
out.
your daughter told you that her head hurt. You left it
Can we
in.
dismiss this without prejudice? Because I can take her elsewhere. And
I don't want to hear any more from you.
So can we
put her out?
Great. Can we dismiss
put her
without
out?
prejudice?
Put her out.
This way.
Absolutely not. Out
But they,
with the girls.
they charging, overcharging
with
to
the
do
girls.
Lulu. That doesn't make sense.
Out with the girls.
Luxury prices to do poverty work.
Out. Could you do it,
So
please?
because I didn't take it out in 3 days, I'm not a good mother.
That's
She didn't
absolutely
do her service.
correct. You
I
didn't
paid her
take
for
it
a
out on the
service.
first day. Let's go.
I could carry my
This way.
stuff.
This way. This way.
I could carry my stuff.
This way. Go ahead. Just keep going.
I got it. Thank you.
Okay, so this is much easier to do a counterclaim with the noise gone. Director, founder. I don't know what this is about.
That is her profile where she famed me twice. So that was a
No,
photo.
she said unprofessionalism. She said sores. They have bald spots. 16-year-old girls reluctant to make things right until she was blasted on social media.
She also had other people, friends, aunties, whoever, I have that as well, come into my DM defaming me and my business.
Well, that's too bad. That has nothing to do with her. Your counterclaim's dismissed. We're finished with this case. Done.
This court is adjourned.
4 days later, she texted me. However, I did reach out to her first on Monday, asking her, can I see photos? Because they were so happy. I wanted to see what they look like. To the next day, her saying all of these irrational things. She will not be able to enter my salon or be a client.
I think the best evidence of any situation is how it was handled in the moment, not, as you said, in hindsight. So in the moment, I agreed with you that if I went to you and said, you know, something really doesn't feel right. It feels really bad up there. Something's poking me, something's uncomfortable. Take the whole thing out. And at that moment, she would have discovered the larger sores as opposed to just removing a few of the pins and maybe trying to shift it around
Maybe there
a little
were no
bit.
sores.
Maybe there weren't at that time. There's no way to tell. So that would be my best advice to people is, you know, at the time when you first discover something, act quickly, act promptly.
If you're in a car accident and you feel as if you're injured, and if you go home and a month later you decide to go to the doctor and you say, by the way, is there anything you can give me for my neck? You know, last month I was in a car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. What did you think about the defamation?
I think defamation is tricky because I understand as a business owner, someone leaving negative reviews is always going to rub you the wrong way. And someone leaving a negative review when they were in fact a client of yours, they did in fact get this service, and these things did in fact happen to them, and they're attributing it to you is not necessarily defamation. If they were never clients and they made comments about your business, or, you know, if they made allegations about you personally as an individual as opposed to the business or service you provided, that could be defamation. But just because someone says something bad about you on the internet does not automatically...
Because you've exposed yourself to that
exactly.
by advertising on the internet.
Sure. So I think people should really read the cause of action defamation a little more closely before they bring it.
This is the husband of your girlfriend.
Yes, ma'am. She witnessed him putting sugar in my gas tank.
And she stayed over in your house after they were married.
Yes.
I was trying to get away from that man.
That made you a little unhappy. Would that be a fair statement?
This is Judy Justice. Tony Owens Jr. is suing his ex-wife's husband, Michael Lawyer, for vandalizing his Jeep.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 3149, Owens Jr. versus Lawyer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Owens, you have 2 children.
Yes, ma'am.
And I assume that this is the mother of your 2 children.
Yes, ma'am.
You were never married.
No.
And this is the husband of your girlfriend.
Yes, ma'am.
They are now separated.
Yes.
And she currently lives with you.
Yes.
Do we have that? Let's go through that
Oh, one more time. You have 2 children with this young lady right here. Subsequent to having those 2 children, she married this gentleman. Short term, correct? How long?
Yes, Your Honor. This coming April will be 2 years.
Short time. And since she's back living with you and the 2 children.
Yes, ma'am.
I assume that they did not have a happy 2 years. Is that clear to you what the relationships are? Or should I do it one more time? Is that necessary? This is what the case is about. It's complicated to follow. You got a car for one of your daughters. The car originally belonged to Mr. Lawyer, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
This was after your girlfriend and Mr. Lawyer married.
They weren't married when I got the car from him.
They were living together?
They were, yeah. She was his roommate, or she was his tenant.
Okay.
And then they got married.
Well, they got to be more than tenants, whatever it was. The car that you got ostensibly for your daughter belonged to Mr. Lawyer.
Yes.
And he gave it without any money to his to-be wife, correct?
Yes.
And the to-be wife gave it to you allegedly for one of your girls to use to drive.
Unknowns to me.
You didn't know anything about that. All right? Yes, you gave it to wife for her use. She gave it to the ex-boyfriend allegedly for one of the girls to use. That made you a little unhappy. Would that be a fair statement? Would be a fair statement. You were not happy with that. It all sounds as if you may have thought, making a fool out of me. It was ridiculous. I gave it to her to use. Okay, this is what the lawsuit is about. The lawsuit is about your allegation that Mr. Lawyer put sugar in the gas tank of the car in question, causing several $1,000s worth of damage. Is that what the lawsuit's about?
Yes.
That's what he says.
That's what he's saying. So I'm just going to get some dates from you. Give me a month and year. Did you give this car, what is it, a Jeep?
Yeah, a 1990 Jeep Wrangler.
Okay. What year did you give the Jeep?
2022.
In 2022, you gave the car to, what's your first name?
Jennifer.
You gave the car to Jennifer.
Yes, I did.
And?
To be wife, yes.
You were not married at the time?
No.
And you put it in her name?
Yes.
She didn't give you any money for it?
I didn't see any money transfer hand.
Didn't give you any money for it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you married when, sir? Month and year?
April 27th, 2022.
25th.
25th? That was close.
22?
April 25th.
Is it 2022? I'm not going to send you an anniversary card. I just need the month and the year. Okay. On what date did your girlfriend turn the car over to you?
In the beginning of April.
Of what year?
2022.
So the same time that he gave her the car, she gave it to you?
A month later, yes, ma'am.
I sold it.
Shh. A month later?
Yes.
I would like you, first of all, I'm going to put you outside while I take some testimony because I'm going to want to take yours later, and I don't want it to be in any way colored by what you hear now. Okay, so now, Mr. Owens, I would like for you to tell me what conversations you had with the lovely Jennifer about the transfer of this Jeep in April of 2022 to you.
Me and Miss Lawyer, we talked about...
Jennifer?
Yes.
And I.
Well, Jennifer and I talked about getting a vehicle for my daughter to drive, a Jeep, but I needed a vehicle at the time, so I said I would get it.
Let's go slowly. You and Jennifer talked about getting a car for one of your daughters.
Yes.
Got that. Then very quickly you glossed over, and I didn't have a car myself at that time.
Mm-hmm. Well, at the time, I was looking at a Jeep online myself, and I sent a picture to her, a green one, and she said, Mike gave me this Jeep. I can't drive it. It's not really, the pedals are weird. She didn't like driving it, so she said she was going to talk to Mike and see if I could buy the Jeep off of them. And I said, okay, talk to him, and I agreed. At the time, she had a vehicle, and I was looking for a vehicle. When I sent her a picture of the Jeep, she was telling me about his Jeep.
So you repeated that story once already,
So That's how the conversation went about the Jeep.
Did you pay her for the Jeep?
Tony Owens Jr. claims his ex-wife's husband, Michael Lawyer, vandalized his Jeep by putting sugar in the gas tank.
Now, did you pay her for the Jeep?
I paid her $800 for the Jeep. She was living with him at the time.
Shh. What did I have to do? I asked you a simple question. I said, did you pay her for the Jeep?
She said she gave it to him.
Shh. How much did you pay her?
$800.
Did you give her the $800 in check or cash?
No, it's cash.
Everybody deals in cash these days. Interesting. And where were you when you gave her the cash?
I was at my house.
At your house. So she drove the car to your house.
No, I had it towed. The tires were dry rot. I had the Jeep towed to my house. She drove her car.
And that was in April of 2022.
Yes.
So the Jeep was towed to your house, and when the Jeep was deposited in your house, she gave you $800.
No, I gave her $800.
Oh, you gave her $800 in cash. Now I need the month and the day and the year when you allege that Mr. Lawyer vandalized your car by putting sugar in the tank.
Like I said, in April, I got the Jeep. And then beginning of May, I got tires put on. I was trying to get it in a running order for me to drive. And then that weekend, my witness, came to my house, and she was drinking, so she didn't drive home. She stayed there.
Just a minute. That would be May of 2022.
Yes.
Okay, but this incident happened in 2023.
22. Is it 22 or 23?
No, don't look at him.
22. It's 22.
Don't look at him.
It's 22.
22. In May of 22, what's the date in May of 2022 that his wife was staying over in your house?
May 20th.
And she stayed over in your house after they were married?
Yes.
Yes.
I have 2 children. We co-parent. You know, she's got her own spare bedroom.
Co-parenting is not exactly what I would call it when she stays over at your house. That's not what I would call it. That's not co-parenting.
Co-parenting.
That's cohabiting. That's not co-parenting. There's a difference between cohabiting and co-parenting. She stayed over at your house because she was drunk.
Yes, showed up drunk. Later on that night, Mr. Lawyer came to my house upset that, she was at my house, which I understand that, and brought a gun with him.
No, I didn't.
And went out in my driveway. Well, him and her got into an argument.
Oh, he and Jennifer.
Went out in the driveway. He punched her a couple times. He left, and then she came back in. I talked to Mr. Lawyer about the Jeep. He was fine with it. He was telling me, it polishes up real nice, this and that, because I was...
When was this? After he punched his wife?
After he punched her.
After he punched his wife?
He also brought over, I got proof that he brought over the soft top for the Jeep. We've had plenty of conversations about the Jeep. He knew all about the Jeep. It's not like I got the Jeep from her without him knowing. The money went to him that I gave her for the Jeep.
Let's get to this incident that you're alleging happened. That happened on May 20th?
Then the next weekend, Mr. Lawyer and Jennifer came to...
Oh, then she went home?
Yeah, they were still together. They came to my house together. She dropped off something for my daughter. She was in the house, and she witnessed him putting sugar in my gas tank.
You didn't see it?
I was at work.
So the answer is you didn't see it?
No, ma'am.
Ah.
Had a police report here. It's on camera, video.
Do you have the video?
No, I have the police report. It's in detail about what the police officers
Okay, I'm going to take a look at it. Thank you. Well, this incident didn't happen on May 20th. It happened on June 1st, according to this.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I was getting there. I was getting there.
Well, get it there. Yeah, you can get there fast enough. This show does not have an intermission. Mr. Lawyer, you were taken into police custody?
Yes, I was.
Okay, as a result of this incident?
Yes, I was.
And you had an attorney?
Yes. I pay monthly for an attorney because I own apartments, and I get sued all the time from owning apartments.
Okay, so you had an attorney representing you on this? And you appeared in court?
Yes, many times.
What happened with regard to this case? Do you have a certificate of disposition? Mr. Lawyer, there was a costs amount of $125. Did you pay that?
Yes, I paid some court costs.
Okay. And the charge was criminal mischief. And ultimately, the case was dismissed, it looks like, without prejudice.
Yeah.
What did you have to do in order to get the case dismissed without prejudice, which means they can bring it back? Did you have to perform any community service? Did you have to provide money? This doesn't tell me enough.
They just said, pay the court costs and you're free. You're done.
Pay the court costs. Okay, you know more?
Yes. The reason why they dismissed it is because I didn't show up to court. He told me this.
That the reason they dismissed it because you weren't there?
Yes. I got a text message from him. He gave me a text message telling me, thank you for not coming to court. I owe you big time.
Can I see it, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Had he asked you not to come to court?
I didn't have to be there. They just mistakenly, since I wasn't there, they dismissed it.
If they had that much evidence.
Shh. He admits to doing the sugar.
Shh.
Well, okay.
Okay. So, Mr. Lawyer, January 11th, you wrote to him, thank you, Tony. The U is in capital letters. Because you didn't show up, they threw it out, exclamation point. I owe you for sure. Need a favor? I got your back. Haven't heard from Jen for some days now. Is everything okay? Yeah, I need the money to fix the Jeep. That Jeep was for Aubrey, and you blanked it up by putting sugar in the tank. I got an estimate for $22.95, but I'll take $1,200 to get a new tank and lines ran. If you do that, I won't pursue any further. You answered him. I have a place that can do it cheaper if you want to go that route. Then you say again, what about Jen? Is she all right? You know I will always love her and cherish her. I don't talk to Jen hardly at all. She goes to work and sleeps all day. I already told her I'm not giving her another chance to hurt me. I only let her stay there because she said you were trying to kill her. And then you answer, never, never, never did I try to kill that girl. Okie dokie.
Tony Owens Jr. has accused his ex-wife's husband, Michael Lawyer, of putting sugar in his Jeep's gas tank, causing it to break down.
Now, we're going to bring Jen back inside. It appears from these text messages that you acknowledged that you were prepared to pay something to have the car fixed as a result of the sugar being in the tank. That's a
yes.
Okay. And how much were you prepared to pay him?
I could have had it done for $400 and some if he hadn't drove it for months afterwards with the sugar in the tank, supposedly sugar, because I don't think I got any in it.
You don't think you got any in it?
No, because I was so nervous. It spilled all over the place and got it mostly all over the ground and everything.
Okie dokie. Well, that's sort of honest. All right, Jennifer, I know you're a busy girl, so stand right over there, and I'll try to make this as fast as possible. Mr. Lawyer gave you a car. You had it for a month. Tell me about the conversations you had with Mr. Owens about the car. Look here.
I tried to drive it, and I couldn't reach the pedals, and it needed a lot of work, and I didn't think I really wanted it. And I knew that him and the kids needed a car at the time because I was doing all the driving for the whole family, and I was living 30 minutes away. So since we weren't using the car, I offered to sell it to him so that he could use it for now, and then we could fix it up and give it to Aubrey when it came to her time.
Did you discuss that with Mr. Lawyer first?
Yes.
First. Did you discuss it with him first? Is the question.
No, I didn't.
All right. You didn't discuss it with him first. Okay. And when there was a transfer, were you paid any money?
Yes.
How much?
$600.
$600. Check, cash, money order?
Cash.
What did you do with the $600?
I offered to give him some of it because he was fine with the whole ordeal. He was good with it. His feelings were a little bit hurt.
Just a second.
Didn't ask.
Just a second. You discussed it with Mr. Lawyer after you had already made the agreement because he didn't know anything about it. So now I sort of get it. Now we're moving forward a little bit. And two of you had sort of a falling out. You went over and stayed over with Mr. Owens for a night. You came there drunk.
I went there and seen my kids because there was an altercation somewhere else, and I was trying to get away from that man.
Were you drunk?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all I asked you. I said you went over and you stayed over there because you were drunk. Now, there is information in the police report that you observed Mr. Lawyer doing something to the car.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, before you were brought back inside, Mr. Lawyer sort of, at least to my satisfaction, acknowledged that he was trying to put sugar in the car, but he didn't think any got into it because there was a whole bunch around it, right?
It didn't go like I thought it would. I thought it would just smoothly go down.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I didn't ask you anything, Tony.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Do you understand? Nothing. The reason I'm looking so quizzically, Mr. Lawyer, is because you swore in your answer, and I'm very happy that now being here and faced with this face, you want to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Because in your answer, you say you went there to put sugar in the tank, but had a change of mind, turned around and left.
Well,
but that isn't true. What happened is now, according to you, you were trying to get the sugar in the tank, but were shaking and didn't quite figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a mess.
You acknowledged in this exchange that you can get the car fixed for $1,200. That's what you said. Did you get the car fixed?
No, not yet.
You mean you've been driving it around?
I haven't been driving it.
Where is it?
It's in my driveway. I haven't been driving it.
For how?
This happened.
For how long?
Just since this happened in May.
Well, you did drive it afterwards for a short period of time.
For a little bit, maybe a week.
Listen to me.
It wouldn't start.
Pay careful attention. You were driving around in the car after the sugar was in the tank.
Yes, for a week.
For a week. And then it stopped running?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you can get it fixed for $1,200 is the exchange that you had with the defendant.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Are you together now?
No.
The two of you?
No.
No.
We are co-parenting.
We're
co-parenting.
Co-parenting. Like
Which?
You said it.
Nice to co-parent. I like co-parenting. Co-parenting is very, very...
And I pay half the bills.
Do you live in the same house?
Yes, we do.
Okay, good.
Because I left my apartment. behind.
I didn't ask you anything else. I just asked you if you live in the same house. The answer is yes. All right. Okay, I've enjoyed this. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,200. We're finished. Thank you very much.
This court is adjourned.
She wanted the Jeep to give to him, and not for the kids, but for him.
He needed a vehicle, and after I drove it, I didn't want it. It wasn't what I was looking for.
Honest to God, you put the sugar in, and it just stuck there. And I took the funnel out, and it went all over the ground and all over the place, and I don't think there was any sugar in that tank at all.
Like he said, he was all shaky. He dropped most of the sugar on the ground, and I mean, some did get in there, but I mean, I can get it fixed myself.
Well, it's been an ongoing investigation and an ongoing thing in the courts for almost a year and a half, and I'm just glad it's over with and it's done and I can get on with my life.
I thought he was a nice guy that was going to help me out and promised me a rose garden, and he gave me a bunch of thorns.
You know, it's getting harder for me as I get older. The law is relatively consistent and easy. You know, once you've been playing with it in your mind for 60 years, there are very few other stories you haven't heard, and the law remains pretty consistent. I'm really having a problem with these convoluted social situations.
They always seem to come out in court.
Ex-girlfriend, with whom I have 2 children, sold me a car that her then just older boyfriend gave her.
Turned husband.
Well, that sort of didn't work out, and now she's living in my house, but we're not living together. We're just co-parenting.
Yeah. The social structure, the social fabric has changed immensely.
It's getting very confusing.
I'll try and keep you as on top of it as I can.
Thank you, but that's your job. She's accusing you of vandalizing her car.
That was not me.
My front windshield was busted out.
I don't know nothing about no windows. I'm not.
I have a video of that as well.
You know whether you were there. Video, please.
This is Judy Justice. Faith Hamilton is suing her ex-husband's partner, Sunshine Green, for vandalizing her car and defamation.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 3168, Hamilton versus Green.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Hamilton, it is your allegation that the defendant vandalized your car.
Yes, ma'am.
And in addition to vandalizing your car, you say that she, in fact, did defame you, and I believe that that was on a social media.
Yes, ma'am, Facebook.
The defendant denies that she vandalized your car, and she says that you, in fact, defamed her. She has a counterclaim.
Yes, ma'am.
I read your papers, and it seems that you were married to a man whose name is...
Adele.
How long were you married?
We got married December 2019. We were divorced May of 2023.
And the defendant dated your husband?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that after the divorce?
Before the divorce.
Before. How much before the divorce?
I wouldn't even know. I just received information from him while he was incarcerated.
Okay. You met him while he was incarcerated?
No, I met him when he was out of incarceration.
Give me the month and year.
Probably about October of 2023, I believe.
What was he incarcerated for?
He was on a parole violation.
Okay. How long was he incarcerated for?
Less than 2 years, maybe about 16 months, maybe.
But you met him before he went into jail?
Correct.
And did you continue to communicate with him while he was incarcerated?
Yes.
Did you see him? Did you visit him?
No, actually, he was paroled to me.
To your home?
Yes.
You're
upon his release.
So he came to your house from prison?
I picked him up from prison.
Now, at some point, you were in a car together with your ex-husband?
Yes, it was my car.
What were you doing together?
We were just hanging together. We were leaving my sister's house.
So this is after the divorce?
Yes.
Month and year?
November 2023.
So it was a friendly divorce?
Well, it wasn't friendly to start. After a few months went by, we talked and decided that we just wanted to be friends.
This incident happened in November. Do you remember the day?
Yes, ma'am. November 27th, 2023.
Tell me what happened.
So me and my ex-husband, we were sitting in the car.
Where?
Out in the parking lot of my sister's apartment complex. We were getting ready to leave. He informed me that Sunshine was sitting in a car nearby. So I just told him, let's just leave.
Do you live in that area?
No, ma'am.
You were in the parking lot for what reason?
I was not in the parking lot. I received a telephone call requesting that I come and meet with him to release his clothing that were at my home because he was on the run.
He sounds like a prize if that's true. So he tells you to meet him where he knows he's going to be with his ex-wife.
I had no idea.
You had no idea?
No idea.
Okay, so now you're in the parking lot with your ex-husband.
Yes.
And he says to you, there is Sunshine.
Yeah.
And you know who Sunshine is.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So I told him it would just be best if we decided to leave.
Because you were no longer together, is that right?
No, we were together. We're on the run. Where he was paroled to at my house, he can't come there because police and parole were looking for him.
What were they looking for him for?
He got released from incarceration October 18th. Approximately a week later, he absconded from parole.
How do you do that? You mean he didn't report to his parole officer?
I contact parole, letting them know that he was not at home when he's supposed to be at home.
Okay, so he was paroled to you and he left your house?
Yes.
Got it. How many hours or days had he been gone when you contacted his parole officer?
Approximately about a week.
So you didn't know where he was. Did you know where he was?
Yes, I did.
Where was he?
He was with me and with other people as well.
You mean with other ladies?
I assume so.
You assume so. Okay. So when you called the parole officer to advise him that he was no longer with you, you weren't worried for his safety.
I was absolutely worried about his safety, and I gave him multiple chances of please return back home. I spoke with parole. Parole is willing to give you an additional chance as long as you come back home and contact them, let them know that you're here. He would tell me multiple times that yes, he will come and return back. And as I continue to ask him, like, where are you at? What's going on? It's after 9 o'clock. You need to be here. And he tells me, well, I'll be there, and never shows up.
I got it. Okay, so now you see her in the parking lot.
Yes.
This prize package, by the way, where is he now?
Incarcerated.
Ah, good. Well, he'll be able to watch me from the rec room. He now called her and told her to meet him and bring him clothes to where he was going to be with you. Did you know that he had called her?
I didn't.
No. And when you saw her, you were driving?
No, he was driving.
He was driving your car?
Yes.
With no license.
Don't shut out. That's the least of his troubles.
Right.
Right?
Right.
He's got you the parole board and the entire penitentiary system to worry about. Having no driver's license is really the least of his problems. Okay.
Faith Hamilton claims her ex-husband's partner, Sunshine Green, vandalized her car and defamed her online. Sunshine is countersuing for a false police report and defamation.
So he sees her, there's Sunshine, you know who Sunshine is, you say, let's go.
Yes.
And?
As we were leaving, Sunshine began chasing us. So once I noticed that she were chasing us, I told him, let's go to the police station.
That's not true.
We were...
No. Just shh.
As we were driving, we were stopped at a red light, and Sunshine got out of her car and tried to punch the passenger side of my window car. And I have a video of that as well. I can show you that. And we continued to drive until we reached the police station.
Okay, and you say that's not true?
That's not true.
Okay, so I'd like to see that video.
Babe, back up. Babe, go, babe.
Your Honor, the reason...
Now, that was you getting out of your car and approaching her car.
Yes.
So when you said that's not true, that's what I saw. I saw you angry getting out of your car.
She stated that I tried to bust out a window.
Just a second. I saw you angry getting out of your car. And then the camera went. Okay, so you said to him, let's go to the police station. And?
Once we got to the police station, they said I had to wait for an officer to get there. I waited for about an hour or so, but I didn't stay to actually get a report.
Okay, and then you left.
And then I left.
Keep going.
Later that day, Sunshine came by my home, in which I have a video of that, where she asked my mother, what kind of car do I drive?
Okay, now, she has, again, Miss Green.
Yes.
Just want to let you know, I saw that video. You told me that that wasn't the case. She says she has a video of you in conversation with her mother.
I'd like to see the video.
Just a second. No, that's not what I asked you. Am I going to see you talking to her mother?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let's see the video.
Hello? Let me put it on. Hi, how are you? Are you Faith? I am. You are? Faith, I have a black truck. Why is that? Is this shirt black?
And?
Ma'am.
I mean, just a second. That is you.
That is absolutely.
That is you.
Well, I actually cannot see the video.
Oh, you can go up. But you know if you listen to me, Sunshine, whether you can see it or not, you know whether you were there.
Absolutely.
Just a second. You know whether or not you were there. So the question is, you want to look and see whether I can see that it was you there?
No, me.
Oh, just a second. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. You were there and asking what kind of car she drove. That would be a yes.
Yes. But that was...
Just a second. That's not a but. That's a yes.
Yes.
What was your interest in whether or not she drove a Tesla or a Grand Prix or a Chevy? What was your interest in that?
Because on November 19th, I had filed charges against Adele and Faith Hamilton in regards to an incident that occurred when...
Put that down.
Which is the police report.
Put it down.
Your Honor.
Chip. On November 19th, you say you filed a complaint against the two of them.
Yes.
For what?
For robbery.
Okay. Who robbed what?
As I was driving down a street, I came in contact with Adele walking. Adele called me on the phone. Adele asked me if I can come back and speak with him. As I came back, he stated he has Faith with him. They were walking together. And I said, okay, that's fine. He said, well, Faith would like to speak with you as well. I said, well, it's not going to be a problem, is it? I said, because I don't want to be in no problem. So he said, no. So I welcomed them both into my vehicle. He put out a handgun and demanded money from me. As I had the money in my conceal, which was my rent for $850, Faith snatched the money and ran. Both of them ran out of the vehicle, which at that time I immediately went to the police station and filed a police report.
My question is, what are you doing here?
Because I was going to let the police know this is her address. I didn't know at the time. I gave them two different addresses, and then I ended up came in contact by someone.
Well, that's not really smart, is it?
It's not at all.
It's not really smart to go to the house, and you don't look frightened. I mean, you're there asking her questions. You didn't ask whether she lived there or not. You asked what kind of car she had.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then?
And then later that day, I was leaving for work because I work overnights around 8:30 p.m. I noticed that my front windshield was busted out and the two tires on my passenger side was busted out as well.
Photographs?
Yes.
I'd like to take a look at them. And that was on the 27th?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, can I say something?
Yeah.
I also have a text message that she sent with a video of her actually busting out of my windshield. And I also have a Ring camera video of her busting two of the tires as well.
Okay.
I have no idea about this.
Just a second. I don't care whether you have an idea of this, Miss Green. That is just a second. Well, it's not new to you that she's accusing you of vandalizing her car, because certainly you're here because she's accusing you of vandalizing. So what's news to you is she has video proof of you doing it from a Ring camera. Am I correct?
I have
You have no idea. You haven't seen it.
idea.
Okay, now, I've already seen two videos, Miss Green. The first one, you said didn't happen until we saw it, and then you said, well, it did happen. The next one was, she said you came to her home to try to find out what kind of car you drove, and you said, no, I didn't. And then she had a video. Pay careful attention. So far, your batting average is in the toilet.
Faith Hamilton has accused her ex-husband's partner, Sunshine Green, of vandalizing Faith's car and online defamation. Sunshine is countersuing, claiming Faith defamed her on social media.
Now, I'm going to play the video. I haven't seen it either. Before I play it, do you want to tell me whether or not I'm going to see you flattening her tires and busting her windshield?
No, Your Honor.
Video, please. Okay, so that's somebody who I can't identify coming up to your car. It's a single person, unless you have it clearer on your phone.
No, that's the only one, the video that I have. That's the video for the tires. I have a video where you can't see her, but in the video, somebody's running up to my window.
Shh. Let me see it. Don't tell me what. I mean, I have eyes.
The one of the windshield is on the phone.
Okay, I'll take a look at it. Kevin.
Your Honor, again, I had nothing to do with it. I don't know nothing about no windows. I'm not, that was not me.
Who took this video?
She sent my ex-husband a text message. That video, in the text message, she says...
No, I can read.
I'm sorry.
I can read. So you got this video, because this video is not from a Ring camera. This is taken from somebody's own camera because they're following their feet.
Yes.
Okay? That's what it shows. Okay, now I'll see the text message.
May I see that video as well?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Would you show this to Miss Green? This is from your ex-husband's text messages.
Yes.
It reads, your face next. Call her and ask what just happened. Soon you're next. Call Faith and tell her to check her vehicle. Sarah, would you do me a favor? Go in the back and dial this number, 716.
Can I have that?
Yeah.
Do you want me to write it down? You might want to have her take her phone off airplane mode.
Just a second, is your phone with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Take it out. Take it off whatever mode it's on. What mode is it on? Kevin, go over and watch the defendant, please. Take it off whatever mode is off. Perfect. Just want to see, it may not come through this number, but that certainly sounds interesting because whoever did this to your car clearly had two things. Had your ex-husband's telephone number because they sent him a text message. That's one. Knew your name, Faith. That's two.
I have a police report as well.
Okay, Kevin, you can come back now. But first, would you give me Miss Hamilton's police report?
Should I turn this back off or should I leave it on?
Just leave it right there.
It's a spam number, so when you call it, it just says, "Thank you for accepting our offer." And it's a spam number, so I'm sure it could be a generated number if people are looking to get alternative phone numbers.
Kevin, would you go over to the phone? See if anything buzzed.
Nothing.
Leave it up here. Thank you. Okay, well, this is just a police report about what happened. It doesn't give me any further information.
Your Honor.
What?
May I speak, please?
About what?
I have a police report that Faith filed against me and had me arrested. And in that police report, and when I approached the judge, which the case just got dismissed, none of this that she's stating was any of the charges that...
Just a second. You have a countersuit.
Yes.
And your countersuit is for false charges. I assume these are the false charges.
Yes.
Well, you have to understand, Ms. Green, so far what I have is you were at a place going to meet your ex-boyfriend who you were really annoyed at because he left the home where you had allowed him to come to after he was released from prison. You went to jail, you picked him up, you brought him home, and all of a sudden he disappears for a week. And you're back and forth. You better come back. I spoke to your parole officer. He'll give you another chance. Nothing. Then you get a call from him, according to you, meet me at this parking lot because I need some clothes. You go over there. You are angrily exiting your car. Then I have, that same day, you verifying or attempting to verify with the person who lives in her house, she says her mother, what kind of car she drives, because you knew he didn't have a car, because he was driving the car that you saw in the afternoon. You wanted to know what kind of car Miss Hamilton drove. That night, her car is vandalized. And Adele receives a text message from a spam number that says, "Next time it's your face. Soon you're next. Call Faith and tell her to check her vehicle." I have to tell you that in a beyond a reasonable doubt situation, maybe some jury of 6 or 12 would have some doubt about whether or not you vandalized her car. So far, I have to tell you, I have no doubt that you vandalized her car. Just understand. You filed for a protective order?
I can show you where I had to actually block her from messaging me on Facebook.
I was not aware of none of this.
She is, I would have to say, obsessed with me.
There is an order of protection against you. If you violate the order of protection, you're going to jail. Get it through your noodle.
This is Judy Justice. Previously on Judy Justice.
It seems that you were married and the defendant dated your husband.
Yes, ma'am.
Was that after the divorce?
Before the divorce.
Before. Tell me what happened.
So when me and my ex-husband, we were sitting in the car and Sunshine got out of her car and tried to punch the passenger side of my window car.
Who robbed what?
He put out a handgun and demanded money from me. Faith snatched the money and both of them ran out of the vehicle.
This is from your ex-husband's text messages.
Yes.
It reads, "Your face next. Call Faith and tell her to check her vehicle." And then?
I also have a text message that she sent with a video of her actually busting out of my windshield. And I also have a Ring camera video of her busting the tires as well.
You have a countersuit.
Yes.
And your countersuit is for false charges. I assume these are the false charges.
Yes.
And now, the conclusion. Faith Hamilton is suing her ex-husband's partner, Sunshine Green, for vandalizing her car and defamation.
Anything else you want to tell me?
I also have another message where she sent to Adele.
I read it.
It says...
Just a sec. Don't tell me what it says. B-A-E. What does that mean?
Bay. That's what she was calling him.
Bay. I'm not trying to be a nasty words, but I guess you don't want me anymore. I cry. I done fake accounts. I called from numerous numbers. I broke out windows. I keep in door. Told me that you were going to come back, which you didn't. I'm not going to wish bad on you. I love you, but this has caused me a lot. I will not reach out to you anymore. I give up trying. There are a few items here at the house that you didn't left. I will reach out to Faith or your mother to give it to them. There are still clothes and other personal things you left.
That is not me. She said Adele be out there with multiple other girls. That is not me.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes. So for the second part of my claim, I would have to say that I believe Sunshine is, I would have to say, obsessed with me. There are many occasions where, one, that report that Sunshine told you about, where she filed the robbery charges against me and my ex-husband, when I answered to the detective, talked to him, I told him.
You can't tell me what you told the detective. Were you arrested on that complaint?
I was not arrested on that complaint. I actually received the order of protection from that.
Just a second. The answer is you were not arrested on her complaint.
No.
You were, in fact, contacted by the police.
Yes.
Subsequent to being contacted by the police is what you're telling me that you filed for a protective order?
Yes, and I was granted it.
Do you have a copy of it?
Yes.
I'd like to see it. What happened with it?
We have an order
Can I see
of
that,
stay
Your
away
Honor?
until May 9th of this year.
Did you have a hearing?
Yes, we had.
Who was present at the hearing?
I was there.
Was she there?
Yes.
Was testimony taken?
Not for me, no.
Was testimony taken from Miss Green?
Can I explain what happened on those dates? Because we had to go 3 times. On the first date, Sunshine told the judge that I lived with her.
Your Honor, she did state on record that
Just a second.
she was arrested.
Just a second.
So I had to prove that I didn't live with her because that's what Sunshine told the judge. And then when we went back, it was another discrepancy from Sunshine. And then when we went back, that's when the judge gave me the final order and the temporary protection order for May 9th of this year.
But you don't have to return to court. It expires May 9th.
Yes.
Does the defendant have a protective order against you?
No.
No. What else?
I also have where Sunshine posted on Facebook saying that I was a wanted felon, and she also posted where I live on Facebook.
Well, just a second. Are you on Facebook?
I am.
Can I see where she posted that you're a wanted felon?
Yes.
Before I look at it, did you post that she was a wanted felon?
I would like to see what she...
I'm asking you, before I look at it, I'm asking you whether or not you posted that she was a wanted felon.
No, I posted Adele is a wanted felon.
Okay.
Your Honor, can I say that?
Yes, no, you did. You did. Listen to me.
That?
I'm going to read it to you. If you know Adele, contact the police department of New York State Parole. He is wanted. Also, if you know where Faith Hamilton she is accomplished, I assume you meant accomplice, with hiding Adele, and she is wanted by the police department for felony charges. Her last known area.
Can I see that, please, ma'am?
Absolutely.
Your Honor, can I say something?
Right. It clearly states that Adele is wanted by the police.
Keep reading.
With hiding Adele, and she is wanted by the police department for felony charges.
Correct.
With these charges that I filed on police department, which is here, I have it. They are wanted.
No, madam. First you said you didn't, then you said you wanted to see it. I'll take it back. I'll take it back now.
I do.
You have to understand something, madam. I get it. I get it.
Faith Hamilton claims her ex-husband's partner, Sunshine Green, vandalized her car and defamed her online. Sunshine is countersuing for a false police report and defamation.
Now, why she's on the tip of your nose, I have no idea. You're a girlfriend. You were dating him while he was married to her. If anything, you should be on the tip of her nose, not vice versa. So I don't know why she's on the tip of your nose. And you did, in fact, say she's a wanted felon. And that's not true. As a matter of fact, after a judge heard the allegations, the court granted her a protective order for almost a year against you, based upon your statements.
There's no order of protection for a year, ma'am. That is incorrect.
Tell me when it expires.
This order of protection expires 5/9/2024. The order was was issued on February. I never had a complete order of protection. I had
Just a second. There is an order of protection against you. Understand this. Get it through your noodle. There is an order of protection against you. If you violate the order of protection, you're going to jail. She has an order of protection issued by a judge who you saw 3 times, who granted her a protective order much after you had filed these robbery charges against her, which the detectives decided to go nowhere. Detectives didn't buy it, and neither did the judge who heard the protective order case, because the charges that you filed against her were brought up before that judge, before he issued the protective order against you.
When I received this notification, I didn't receive this charge until when I approached in court. I came in court on February. I was not aware of none of this. I just received this in the mail. As I went to court on this, and I argued, and I spoke with the DA, and I spoke with the lawyer, and I showed them that all this that was going on, and this is basically because of her husband. The judge and the DA and my attorney agreed.
No. Don't tell me what they agreed, madam. What I'm telling you...
I have the letter from the courts right here that states...
Just a second. Somebody prepared a letter for you for this proceeding?
Was the courts. It was from the court. It was from the...
Can I see what she has?
And here's... I would like
No. I'm not interested in that.
All right.
Because I didn't buy it, and neither did anybody else. What? This is an attorney from the Legal Aid Society. That's not from the court.
Right. I was never convicted of any charges.
Just a second. Return that to her.
I was never convicted of any charges.
Very good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,600. Just a second on your claim. Don't speak. On your claim, I find that she is guilty of vandalism, and I find that she did, in fact, defame you when she said that you were wanted for a felony in this post, which you clearly were not. Okay, now we're going to get to your counterclaim. Your counterclaim is false charges. Well, that's out because I find that you absolutely vandalized her car. And defamation. So now the only thing left that I'm going to hear is the defamation part of your lawsuit. Tell me how Miss Hamilton defamed you.
I have multiple messages from Facebook and also from her texting me stating that...
No, listen to me. Her sending you text messages is not defamation. That's communication between two people. She can call you the worst names in the book as long as it's between the two of you. Defamation is when it's
relayed to a third person or other people. So you want to show me what it is that you are complaining about that she broadcasts to other people about you that would fall within the category of defamation.
Yes, I also have a witness here that also
Just a second. Show me.
Yes,
Don't give me a whole bunch of stuff. Don't give me text messages. Just show me what you are alleging. Give her a pen, Kevin, and let her circle it.
I will.
Circle it.
Yes. Which it has been posted on her page. And there you are.
Okay. Is this something that she's talking to you?
I received that as a text message, and then she posted on her wall, which my witness right here, seen it.
Do you have any information that the defendant has a serious illness?
No.
You posted here.
I didn't post anything. I can pull up my Facebook account. I can show you. I don't hardly post anything on Facebook.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm going to show these to you. This appears to come from Faith Hamilton. But let's make certain you have no information that the defendant has a serious illness.
No.
Okay, now show this to me.
Well,
shh. Don't speak.
Those look more like personal
Your Honor,
messages.
this is
back and forth.
I'm going to show them to you because I don't understand them.
Your Honor, this is actually direct messages, and my Facebook name is not Faith D. Hamilton, it's Faith Hamilton.
So what you're telling me, can I have those back?
And that's not
So these are text messages.
That is the equivalent of a text message.
These are text messages.
Yes, that does not appear to be a public posting.
Okay.
Whatever they may be, they're direct between two people, not posting for public.
Miss Green.
Yes.
Pay careful attention. You're flipping around. What I asked you for and what I told you was, well, maybe if you stop paying attention to other things, you'd give me what I wanted.
Faith Hamilton has accused her ex-husband's partner, Sunshine Green, of vandalizing Faith's car and online defamation. Sunshine is countersuing, claiming Faith defamed her on social media.
I said, I don't care what two people say to each other, texting back and forth or emailing back and forth. That's between two people. She could say whatever she wants to you. I mean, there are certain things she can't say, but certainly in here, nasty. But she can say this to you. I asked you to show me where she posted it on a public forum, and you gave me...
My witness has it, ma'am, in her phone. My witness has it.
Your witness has it from where?
Facebook.
Okay. Do you have something that she posted on Facebook that mentions a serious illness that Miss Green has?
Yes.
Well,
I'd like to see it. Let me see it.
Hold your fingers. Oh, let me stand here.
Okay, is this a Facebook page?
Sorry, I can't see. Yes, that would be a post then on her page.
On whose page?
Whoever, Faith D. Hamilton.
That would be her.
Yeah.
That's not my Facebook. I can show you where I had to actually block her from messaging me on Facebook, and I can pull up my Facebook account, and my name is not Faith D. Hamilton on Facebook. That page is not for me. That is not my Facebook account. I had to actually block Sunshine from messaging me on Facebook. And again,
I want you to show this to the plaintiff, please.
Your Honor, can I show you my Facebook account? These pictures that were posted 20 hours ago on my actual Facebook were posted when I was back in high school. So it appears that they whatever went to my Facebook, but these pictures from 20 hours ago were from years ago. And again, I don't post on Facebook. I just share.
Those were posted 20 hours ago?
From her account, but from my real account, these pictures, I was in high school in these pictures, and I was in high school from 2013 to 2017, and I can pull that up right now.
Pull up your Facebook page. Would you give Sarah both those?
Okay, so it looks like the plaintiff has her Facebook account that does not have the Faith D. Hamilton in it. Someone could have taken the same photo that she has as her profile picture to create this account, because also it says that whoever took these screenshots, this is not of the actual Facebook page. You could ask them to bring up the actual Facebook page of Faith D. Hamilton. You'll be able to see how many friends they have.
Tell them what you need.
Instead of a photo, I want to see the actual Facebook page that you're referring to.
I wish I understood all of this stuff.
And can I show you the date?
No.
Because it said in the screenshot,
So she needs
whoever
a
took the
picture of the Facebook
screenshot
page?
is friends with Faith D. Hamilton, which the plaintiff is claiming that she has blocked them, so they would be unable to be friends. So whoever took the screenshot either created the account or knew whoever created the account to be friends.
Okay.
So it's not on there.
Yeah,
She removed it. She removed it.
But her Facebook page is still active, and she posted as recently as February 26th.
Very good.
Yeah, because it say only
Okay,
two mutual
just a second.
friends.
Is that all that you have?
Yes.
Yes, good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,600. Counterclaims dismissed. We're finished here. Thank you.
This court is adjourned.
Careful, Miss Green, because there is a final order of protection that's out there, and it looks as if this lady
the
just
order of
might
protection is a
pay careful
non-offensive order of
attention.
protection.
This lady just might use it if you harass her, assault her, or come within the prescribed limits of where you're supposed to be away from her. She can have you arrested, and I wouldn't do it. I would just stay away from her. We're done.
This way, please.
I am very pleased with the judge. I'm happy that she was able to see through the lies. I'm happy that she seen the truth, so I'm pleased.
I'm fine with it. She got what she wanted. She did what she had to do. She proved if it was me, which I know it was not me. But again, she likes to manipulate the system and also manipulate her ex-husband to believe this is the type of person I am, which I'm not.
She's jealous that the fact me and my ex-husband are great friends. She thought that she would be able to remove me from his life, and like I told him, you can do what you want to do. I'll be here to support you. And she doesn't like it.
I did not do that, which the video does not show that I done anything pertaining to a tire being punched or a window. But it's fine. She got it.
She did, in fact, damage my car. The judge knows. That's why she ruled in my favor.
I want to be left alone.
I just want her to leave me alone. I don't want anything to do with this woman. And like Judge Judy said, if she continues to mess with me, I will contact the police.
You could tell whoever created a fake Facebook page and took private messages and posted them knew the requirements of defamation as public consumption in a public forum or for a third party to hear, because you could tell whoever took the screenshot was friends with this Faith D. Hamilton. And as the plaintiff said, she blocked her and wanted nothing to do with her. So that would have been impossible had it been
I don't understand all that, but I'm sure the people out there listening do understand that.
Sure, and the fact that they couldn't bring up the actual Facebook page when I requested it only further proved my point, so.
I also think it's interesting, Sarah, that today, I mean, within the last decade, most people have some sort of photographic ability in their house by way of their ring camera or whatever they put there that's stationary. But it makes your life so much easier.
Sure, she had multiple videos. You know, some from the ring camera, most from either a ring or a security camera.
Right.
And it makes our job easier.
Well, it does. And because the person against whom this photography is being used usually doesn't know that it exists, it makes it even more interesting. She sent the video to your employer, and your employer fired you.
Something like that, yes.
No.
Tell me what proof you have that she sent it. No. I want you to think about it.
My witness was supposed to be here.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
This is Judy Justice. Stephanie Perez is suing her ex-boyfriend, Matthew Bowen, for money she loaned him for attorney fees.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Hello, Judge.
How are you, Kevin?
Case number 3015, Perez versus Bowen.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Interesting. Miss Perez, you met Mr. Bowen at a truck stop. Tell me when that was and how that happened.
In January, and we both worked there.
January of this year, 2020.
Last year.
2022.
Yes.
And you began dating, and you at some point moved into his home?
I was staying there helping with his kids.
You were staying there?
Yes, I still had my own home.
So you were staying there. Were you there 5 days a week, 7 days a week?
The whole 2 months.
Okay, so you were living there for 2 months. Who was living in your house?
Nobody.
I assume you weren't just staying there to take care of his kids, that the two of you were a couple during that 2-month period. This is what your case is about. During that period of time, Mr. Bowen had physical custody full-time of his children. 2 children?
Correct, Your Honor.
And how long had you had custody of them?
I've had custody of them since 2020.
So since they were infants?
Pretty much, yes.
Did you then have court-ordered legal custody?
Yes, ma'am.
There came a time while you were living together, according to the complaint that I read, that the mother came back into the picture and was seeking custody of the children.
Correct.
And Mr. Bowen needed an attorney.
Yes.
It is your claim that you loaned him $2,000 for an attorney.
Yes.
Things didn't work out between the two of you, and you left, and it was an unpleasant parting. It was not an amicable parting. That be a fair statement?
Fair.
Fair statement?
For a while, we remained friends after that, too, though.
Well, his counterclaim is going to challenge that.
Right.
Anyway, you want your $2,000 back.
Yes.
I don't know what Mr. Bowen says about the $2,000, maybe that you gave it to him as a gift. He's going to tell me, but he's got a counterclaim. His counterclaim is that you got so angry with him that in a thoroughly vindictive way, you sent a video to his place of employment, which caused him to be fired.
Correct.
And that in addition, you aligned yourself with the mother of his children who was seeking custody of the children.
2 mothers.
2 mothers. They're 2.
Yes, 2 different mothers. Yeah.
You've been busy.
Yeah.
You aligned yourself with those people and created serious difficulty for him by sharing not only the video with them, but also some photographs of him with a BB gun.
Correct, ma'am.
Do you still have custody of the children?
She filed an ex parte order, which plaintiff had help in, and I lost the kids in January, and then I got them back in February, and then we just finally got through the court paperwork to where I have them full-time again. The judge still has to finalize them.
So what you're telling me is that in January on an ex parte application, ex parte, that means just the mothers went in themselves, some judge transferred custody without a hearing?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. And they originally set it out for 8 months to where I would even be seen.
It used to get me so frustrated, but
it was a tough time.
It was a tough time.
Very much.
Actually outrageous.
Yeah.
And then the children came back to you.
Yeah, actually in February 12th, the mother kind of, I can't do this by myself. And she brought them back, and then I've had them since then the whole time. And we just did last week finalize the paperwork, so we're just waiting.
All right, let's deal with this $2,000 legal fee. Mr. Bowen, did Ms. Perez give you $2,000?
Yes, ma'am, she did.
Okay, tell me the circumstances surrounding her giving you $2,000.
Okay, so in June, one of the mothers of my children wanted to take the custody of the kids back.
Not both children, one.
Well, this was one, and then I have another kid. They got involved, and she did an ex parte order using the exact same paperwork, word for word, everything was the same. Pretty much copy and pasted one to the other.
You're going into too much information for me. I like this all linear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, June 2022.
We were looking for an attorney. She actually was going to give me $7,000 for an attorney that her mother had used, but I was like, that's way too much, so let's try to find something cheaper, and that's where we found somebody.
Well, this is a we. This is not.
Well,
this is
me and
really
her.
your problem.
Right.
This is really your problem. I want to know how she got involved with giving you money.
I'll give you the money, no problem. Here, do you want $7,000 for this lawyer in Bakersfield that my mother used, who I know is a rock star? And I said, no, let's find something else, a little bit localer. And I found the one in Lancaster for $3,500.
And did you go to the attorney in Lancaster?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go with her or alone?
I went by myself.
Did you ask her if she wanted to go with you?
No.
Okay, so you went by yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you went to the lawyer, you got a fee, you were quoted a fee?
Yes, $3,500.
When you were at the office, that would be in June.
Yes.
And when you got that quote and you liked that lawyer,
yes,
then I assume you went home to where Ms. Perez was taking care of your children.
Yes, ma'am.
Which she was doing, by the way.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
You weren't paying her anything.
No, not at all.
And she was still paying for her own house, where she maintained another resident.
Yes. She was there because her children went to another state for the summer. So she just stayed with me while the kids were gone for summer. And then
She stayed with you for a reason. She didn't stay with you. I assume you don't live at a lake.
No.
No. Well, you don't live at the beach, right?
I wish, but no.
No, but you don't live at the beach. So now you've got a lawyer's quote for $3,500. You go home to Ms. Perez and you say, dear, I like this lawyer. He only charges $3,500. Is that something like the conversation?
Something like that, yes.
Something like that. Now I want to hear where the $2,000 came from.
Stephanie Perez claims her ex-boyfriend, Matthew Bowen, owes for an unpaid loan. Matthew is countersuing for lost wages and slander.
Now I want to hear where the $2,000 came from.
I had...
I said, dear, I like this lawyer. He's only $3,500.
She says, here's $2,000 and I have $1,500, and we made it happen.
Okay, here's $2,000.
Yep, yes.
And you said, I have $1,500.
Correct.
Well, you must have said, I have $1,500 first.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
You must have said his fee is $3,500. I have $1,500, because otherwise she wouldn't have known to say, here's $2,000.
Correct,
Right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So let's try to get it right.
Yes, Your Honor.
You went home and you said, dear.
I have $1,500, the lawyer's $2,000. And we need to make it happen. I need to make it happen.
Were those your words? I need to make it happen? No. I want you to think about it. Don't pull information out of an orifice. Just, if you don't remember, say, I don't remember exactly what I said.
Then I don't remember exactly what was said.
Okay, you don't remember.
Correct.
Do you remember exactly how it happened? Voila. Love it. Okie dokie. Go.
He needed $3,500, and I would only give him $2,000 because I didn't have any more.
I want to hear the conversation.
Okay, he said it was $35. I said that I could.
No, he came home from the lawyer.
He came home.
And you must have said what happened, or I want to hear the conversation.
He actually had talked to them on the phone, and they quoted him that price.
Okay.
He needed the money to go over there. So.
Oh, that's a different story.
Yes.
You see, she remembers. Perfect. So he spoke to the lawyer on the phone.
Yes.
Tell me.
He said that it was $3,500. All I was able to help with, I was off work at the time, so I used my savings. I said I could help him.
I know that you gave him the $2,000. I want to hear how it came about.
I told him that I would need help when my bills came due, that I would help him with the money, but I was not working, that he would have to help me with my bills, and he agreed to that, so I wired the money bank to bank.
To the lawyer's bank or to his bank?
No, to Mr. Bowen's account, because we have the same bank.
And what was said exactly was, you'll have to help me out with my bills when they come.
Yes.
And?
He agreed to that.
Okay.
I wired the money. He went, he took care of everything. And then my bills started to become due. He said he didn't have any money.
Bills? Like what bills?
My mortgage, my electric, my gas.
Okay, and you were still living together?
I was still staying in there, yes.
Yes. In what month? July?
Till the end of June.
Well, when did this transaction take place?
June 6th.
So just a couple of weeks later?
Yes.
Well, where did you expect him to get you $2,000 from?
He was supposed to, as he got...
Well, right now, you don't have a contract for him. It wasn't a loan. Right now, what I'm hearing, which is why I asked for the exact terminology, is saying to him, you'll have to help me out with my bills when they come in, is not a loan.
I also have a bunch of text messages asking, and him saying right now, I know I owe you money.
Then I'd like to see those. These machines can either be a curse or a godsend. Okay, yeah, it doesn't change my position that there has to be a clear contract if there's a loan. I'm borrowing this money, I will pay you back this amount of money, and according to what you told me, he acknowledges, yeah, I'll give you some money when I have it. That's as vague as, you have to help me out with my bills when they start to come in. And he says, sure, I'll help you out. Okay. Now I'm going to come to you, Mr. Bowen.
Yes, ma'am.
It seems from reading these text messages that you acknowledge that you owe her money.
Yes, ma'am.
You acknowledge that in these text messages.
Okay.
Because you don't say, I don't owe you anything. You say, I have a big bill coming in. You know, I'm sorry. I'll try to get some to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you acknowledge that you owe her money.
Yeah, I guess yes, Your Honor.
Yes, well, that's what this says. It's not specific, but you acknowledge you owe her money. What do you owe her money for?
Well, I guess.
Not a well. Not a well. A well is not an answer.
All right.
What did you owe her money for? Don't look at the sky. I want you to think and focus. Look at me, and that requires I owed her for lamb chops she bought. I owed her for a plumber she paid for, or I owed her for a
lawyer fee.
Perfect. Perfect. And the lawyer fee was how much?
$2,000.
Perfect. And how much of that $2,000 did you give her back?
I've maybe given her $100.
Just a second. Did he give you any money back?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it does indicate that he did, in fact, give you some money back.
Yes.
How much did he give you back?
About what he says, $100.
Okay, so you still owe her $1,900. There you go. How great. So even though you didn't have a perfect contract?
I know for the future.
Right. Now we have a counterclaim.
Yes, ma'am.
And the counterclaim is that you were very annoyed with him, which is very ridiculous, Ms. Perez. I understand from reading your papers, and I'm trying to read between the lines, and, you know, you develop a certain amount of wisdom when you get older. He had you at the house for 2 months. Your kids were away for the summer. He has these 2 little kids, right? And he was using you as a babysitter.
Yes.
And you felt used.
I know. I got very attached to him.
To whom?
To
the children or him?
The kids.
So according to your answer and your counterclaim, Mr. Bowen, you were involved in an altercation at work.
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you work?
I worked at Love's.
What is that?
It's a truck stop, and it just services pretty much the big rigs on the road.
Okay. And an incident occurred while you were working.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the date of the incident? Because I'm going to see the video.
September 18th.
Of
2022.
Tell me what happened.
I'm a cashier, and, you know, after doing it for so long, just so you pick things up, you see people coming in and you know they're up to no good. I have my eyes on this one character, and sure enough, he grabs like a $400 party speaker and a bunch of other little electronic stuffs, and he's walking out the store, and I'm trying to get my coworkers' attention who were sitting there talking like, hey, stop him, stop him, stop him, he's stealing. And then nobody like pays attention, and he walks outside, and that's kind of where it started. Is I said, hey, give that stuff back, and I swatted the speaker out of his hand, and that's when he came at me and he attacked me, and I was defending myself. He had a knife, like once you go and you'll see it, like he had like an 8-inch knife.
Stephanie Perez has accused her ex-boyfriend, Matthew Bowen, of refusing to pay back a loan. Matthew is countersuing, claiming Stephanie got him fired after sharing a fight video with his job.
Okay, so you were working and trying to prevent a thief from leaving the area with property that you were responsible for.
Correct.
Okay, well, that sounds perfectly reasonable unless you're living in some ridiculous community that says, oh, you got to let everybody steal. And we don't stop shoplifters because, you know, that's not the American way. Okay, so you were protecting property that was your responsibility because you work at the store.
Correct.
How long had you been working at the store?
I worked at the store up until I got let go for 1.5 years.
Okay, now I'm going to see the video.
Okay. And just for context, like it starts after I swatted the big old box out of his hand.
Is this the video that you allege that the plaintiff sent to your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Both
to the mother of your children?
2 of them, yes, ma'am.
To 2 of the mothers of your children in order to assist them in their
ex parte orders, yes.
In their ex parte application?
Yes.
I have evidence on that too, that he asked the baby mom to lie in court today, and that's why she wouldn't come.
I have to tell you something.
Okay.
I don't understand why you would get involved in that anyway.
I didn't.
Okay, so you never sent this video.
He sent me the video, but I did not send it to corporate.
You didn't send it to anybody, is my
No.
question. You didn't send it to...
He sent it to tons of people.
I'm asking you whether you ever sent it to his place of business.
No.
Did you ever send it to either of the people who were the mother of his children?
No, I only know one of them.
And you didn't send it?
No.
Okay, so I'll look at the video, then you'll tell me what proof you have that she sent it.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, take a look.
Back up.
Is that you?
My adrenaline was pumping, Your Honor. I apologize.
What were you yelling at?
At the camera, just at the camera, yeah.
Why were you yelling at the camera?
I turned around and seen it. I didn't even know that the guy was recording it.
Which guy?
There's a random trucker. It's a random trucker.
Who was recording it for what reason? I don't know. You don't know.
I don't know. He just...
Well, how did you get the recording?
He sent it to one of the guys that used to work there as well, and then I got it from him.
You sent it to one of the guys that used to work at the
that's on the
truck stop?
video. I'm not going to say his name, but he's in the video right there.
Okay, so one of your co-workers.
Yes, ma'am.
And this guy who was there, the thief.
Yes.
Was clearly high on something.
Yes. And then, like, if you back it up, you can...
Okay.
There's a smidgen where you see the knife.
I get the picture. Please, I get the picture. Now, what I need is, from you, proof that she sent that video, for whatever reason, to your employer, and I need proof that the reason you were fired from your job was because of that video. Because me, I would give you a gold star and make you Employee of the Month. I would, if I owned the truck stop. So you understand what you have to prove to me?
Yes.
That she sent the video to your employer, and your employer fired you because of the video.
Okay, so my proof on both, my witness was supposed to be here.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah,
I was
right.
supposed to be 5'8", but I had a short
Right,
arm.
right, I understand that. But the witness that came with me, she bailed just like on everything else, so I don't have any proof of it. It was
So just a sec. So the answer is you don't have any proof
Correct.
of that. Okay, well, that's easy. And what proof do you have that she sent that clip of a video or gave it to one of the mothers of your children
Yes.
in order to assist them in their custody dispute, which is not illegal, but would be nasty?
I don't.
So you don't?
Don't, yeah. No.
Well, your counterclaim then is dismissed. You understand that?
Yeah.
And you owe her $1,900.
Okay.
Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This court is adjourned.
It was a gift while we were together, but as soon as we broke up, it was, oh, now I need my money.
I've asked him for my money, and he refused to give me it.
If you got the right person to make the team, it's good. But if you don't, and it's not a solid connection, it's not worth it.
I'm a single mom. I don't have money just to hand out like that.
Documents, get proof of everything. That's all I could say.
So it's a new phenomenon, this sort of phones first approach to everything.
Oh, you mean
phones
cell phones?
eat first, phones watch the fight first, phones catch everything first. I think how the defendant put it, a random trucker just saw a fight break out, and first instinct is just catch your phone out and take a video. And we've seen it in New York City on the subways. We see too many times people taking video and no one is helping do anything. So I felt bad for the defendant. As you said, you would have given him a gold star for what he did if you owned the truck stop. Opinions differ on that.
Sarah, I'm still confused. If the owner of a business says, I don't want you to confront thieves because I don't want you to put your life at risk, and that's the reason. But if they're saying, I don't want you to confront thieves because I'm afraid that they're going to be picketing outside my stores because we confronted a thief and stopped a thief, that's a whole different thing. And I am still not able to follow that mindset. I read something this week that in a very famous, huge chain, 2 employees followed the rules. They did not tried to stop the thief who was walking out with hundreds of dollars worth of merchandise, but called the police. And the police stopped them, got them, and the 2 employees were fired. I used to say, when I worked in family court, that the first time a kid gets arrested, there has to be a consequence. You don't imprison a kid for 5 years if they've stolen a bicycle. But there has to be some consequence, just as you do with your own children. You tell them to come in at 10, they come in at 11:30, there has to be a consequence. If you don't, they think as parents, you're full of baloney and there are no rules. Well, that's what's happening here when you think it's okay to go into a store and steal with impunity. I don't understand that. I feel as if I'm living in some alternative universe. Okay, got it out of my system. Thank you.
Of course.
There was a dog fight.
Yes.
And I had the bat, and I'm screaming at him, go home! My son is standing there screaming, hit him!
Your dogs went on their property.
Correct, after their dog growled at my dogs.
Dogs growl. That's what dogs do.
This is Judy Justice. Ethan Shepard is suing his neighbor, Joseph Hale, for vet bills and pain and suffering.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Hello, Judge. Case 3016, Shepard versus Hale.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Shepard, how long have you and Mr. Hale been neighbors?
About 3 years.
How long are you living in your property?
About 15 years.
So he's the newcomer?
Yes.
You are neighbors, but you live across the street from each other?
Or next door.
Right next door?
Yeah.
Do you have a photograph of the property?
Yeah.
I'd like to take a look at it. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Your house is on the right or the left?
My house on the left.
And your driveway is all the way left. I see a car in your driveway. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Going into a garage area or the side of the house?
The garage is on the, when it turns in. So like.
Yeah, okay. And the defendant's driveway is close to your house, is on your side of the house?
Yes.
Now, you each have dogs. You have a German Shepherd?
Yeah.
How old?
He's gonna be 3. Wait, we got him in 2019. 20, right, 3? 4. Sorry.
Who's that?
That's my mom.
Yeah. Math. And you have 2 dogs?
Correct.
What kind of dogs do you have?
I have cane corsos.
Tell me what they look like.
They look like they're mastiffs.
Could you bring one up, Sarah, for me to take a look at?
Sure.
Unless you have a photograph.
I do.
She's going to show me anyway, because I know what a German Shepherd looks like.
Oh, a German Shepherd. I thought you were talking about.
No,
King
King
Corsos?
Corso.
Yeah.
Oh, they're big dogs.
Big guys.
Big dogs. How old are your dogs?
About 4 and 3.5.
Anyway, this is what the lawsuit is about. It is your claim that the defendant's dogs, while unleashed, came on your property, attacked your dog. Your dog was injured. You want the defendant to be responsible for whatever vet bills there were, and for punitive damages. You're suing him for $10,000. Defendant says that your dog actually came onto his property, and then they ran back onto your property, and that your dog was unleashed at the time that this happened. Now, the incident occurred on what date?
On March 5th, 2023.
According to what I read, you were going shopping with your mother or your grandmother? Your mother.
My mother. We're going to drive around the city, practicing for my driving test.
And you were taking the dog with you?
Yes.
And that was the plan. You were going to drive around, the dog was going to sit in the back seat or whatever. And you decided that you had to go to the restroom. So you went back into the house before you left.
Yes.
So your mother is here. Mm-hmm. And your mother's going to stand up now because your mother was there from the beginning. Your last name is?
Shepard.
Shepard. Miss Shepard, we're going to go to March 5th, approximately what time?
2:30.
I'd like you to go over to that photograph. Now, you were leaving the house with your son. He said, I have to go back into the house to go to the bathroom, and you were taking the Shepherd with you. Show me where you were getting into the car.
So my car was parked here. Buck and I came out of the front door, and we're standing about here. Buck went into the yard about right here, was smelling around.
Just a second. So let's do this slowly.
Okay.
You come out of the house with Buck.
Yeah. So we walked across the driveway.
Yes.
Into the front yard about here.
No, that's not what you said a moment ago. A moment ago, you said you were standing here and Buck walked over to the grass. That's what you said a moment ago.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I want you to be very, very careful.
Okay.
Let's be very careful because I'm creating a picture in my mind, and I don't want the picture that you create for me to be different from what actually happened.
Okay.
Do we understand each other?
Yeah.
You walked out of the house with Buck.
Yes.
You were going to go in your car.
Yeah.
You were standing where?
I was standing here in the driveway.
You were standing in the driveway, and the dog
walked into the yard about here.
Okay, to relieve himself.
He was just smelling.
Smelling?
Yeah.
Okay, and at that time, the dog was unleashed.
Correct, because we were about to get into it.
Not because.
Okay.
The dog, a big dog, was unleashed.
Yes.
Okay. And so now he's in the middle of the yard, unleashed.
Correct.
And what happened next?
I walked onto the grass by the dog. I was going to start putting him in the car. I turned.
Did you call him? Did you call him to come to you?
No, I was standing next to him.
No, you weren't. You were in the driveway. You said you started to walk over. You said you started to walk over. Correct. And I said to you, did you call him first because you're standing in the driveway? Did you say, Buck?
No.
Well, how are you going to get him? You're going to grab his collar? How are you going to grab him to put him in the car?
Ethan Shepard claims his neighbor, Joseph Hale, owes for vet bills and pain and suffering. Joseph is countersuing for damages from an assault with a baseball bat.
Now, I said to you, did you call him first because you're standing in the driveway? Did you say, Buck?
No.
Well, how are you going to get him? You're going to grab his collar? How are you going to grab him to put him in the car?
I walked to him to bring him to the car. I didn't call his name. I just walked to him.
And how are you going to bring him? I mean, when I say...
He's going to follow me to the car.
Well,
he knows we're getting him. He knew we were going to get into the car.
Well, he didn't know you were going to get into the car. If you called it...
I didn't have time to say anything.
Well, you had time to walk over. Instead of walking over, why don't you just call him? You're closer to the car from the driveway than you are going to the grass. That's what I want you to be really careful about, Miss Shepard. I want you to be really careful about what you say to me because I'm a dog owner. Okay. I've had puppies that I don't trust outside by themselves. And then when they get older, if I was standing in the driveway and my dog, according to you, knew we were going in the car, I would have said, Buck, let's go. That's just normal for a dog owner, for a dog that's 4 years old. Buck, let's go. Not walking over and leaning over and grabbing him because he's unleashed by a collar, which I assume he had on, to walk him over to the car. Doesn't make sense to me. Okay. Let's continue with this.
Okay.
So now the dog is unleashed. You're walking over on the grass.
Correct. And I'm standing next to Buck. I'm walking towards him, looking out towards the street because I'm walking forward. I see Bruno, the black dog, look at us. He takes off running around our little fence here and starts heading over to where I am standing with Buck. I start screaming, no, Buck, no. Buck turns and sees Bruno. Bruno is on him. They're wrestling, they're chasing, they're running to our porch. I'm running behind them, screaming. I run inside my house, grab a bat. We have bats at our front door because there's a lot of homeless people and we have to protect ourselves. They've come to the door before. While I'm getting the bat, I throw off my sandals. My mom hears me screaming, who was in the living room. She stands up, goes to the door. Ethan was in the bathroom, going to the bathroom. They both run out into the front yard. I follow them out. When I come out, I now see Joe.
Who's Joe? Raise your hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. Joe, our neighbor. He is now in our yard. The female dog, Beulah, is on Buck. They're fighting.
Show me where.
By my car. This isn't my car. This is my dad's, but my car was here. They're fighting by my car. The dogs are biting. Joe's on the ground in between the dogs with Beulah's collar. My son is standing there screaming. Bruno, the black dog that had started the fight, was now on our grass. He was headed home. He turned back and looked at me, and I had the bat, and I'm screaming at him, "Go home, Bruno, go home! Out of my yard!" Joe is saying, "Hit him!" in the midst of him with the dogs fighting. I chased Bruno into his yard. So now Bruno is standing here.
Now this fence
he goes
is how
around the fence.
this fence stops on the property before the property ends.
Yeah, it goes, there's a couple feet where it's just free. There's like a meter thing in the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
How high is that fence?
Maybe to my knees.
Oh, I see it, please.
Oh, here's
Okay.
Like you can hop over it. I'm standing here yelling at Bruno.
Oh, this is an easy hop fence. This is
yes.
Yes, this isn't a high fence. This is a hop fence. It's not designed to do anything but visually separate the property. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, let's stop for a moment. Go back.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Hale,
Yes.
I'd like you to go over to the same photograph.
Mm-hmm.
You were in your garage.
Correct. With the dog.
This is your garage.
Correct.
With your garage door open.
Correct.
With your dogs unleashed.
Correct.
Somehow your unleashed dogs got out.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So on Sunday, 2:30, March 5th, I was in my garage with the dogs, and I noticed their dog came to the fence line and came over. My dogs came to here. They're looking at each other. Their dog growls. The dogs run out, come over, start running over here. I give chase.
Okay, let's stop there. I want you to read that back to me, and I want you to listen carefully to what Whitney is going to read.
Okay, so on Sunday, 2:30, March 5th, I was in my garage with the dogs, and I noticed their dog came to the fence line and came over.
Came to the fence line. Just stop there 1 second. Show me the fence line. Show me came over. Careful. Show me came over.
Technically not came over it. On
Okay,
the fence
that's
line.
what I wanted to make sure. So technically, there's nothing technically. That's like basically.
Correct.
Their dog did not come on your property. Their dog came to the fence. Your dogs came to the fence, but their dog did not come on your property. Go back. That's either a yes or a no. Your dogs came around and went on their property.
Correct. After their dog growled at my dogs.
That's okay. Dogs growl. That's what dogs do. That's what dogs do. Your dogs got on to their property. And as a result of that, their dog was injured, and you're responsible for the vet bills. That's easy. You're responsible for the vet bills. Their dog was unleashed. If you had said to me, yes, their dog came around to and then scooted back to my property, we would have had a whole different scenario here. But their unleashed dog was on their property, and your unleashed dogs came on their property, and there was a dog fight, and you're responsible. Now, I also understand, sir, that this was not the first time that there has been an incident involving your two dogs.
Correct.
Is that right? The first one was several years before.
Correct.
And at that time, several years before, there was also some injury to the German Shepherd.
Ethan Shepard is accusing his neighbor, Joseph Hale, of owing for vet bills after Joseph's dogs attacked his dog. Joseph is countersuing, claiming he was assaulted with a baseball bat.
Now, I also understand, sir, that this was not the first time that there has been an incident involving your two dogs.
Correct.
Is that right? The first one was several years before.
Correct.
And at that time, several years before, there was also some injury to the German Shepherd.
Correct.
Well, do you own your house?
No.
You rent.
Correct.
How long have you rented there?
4 years.
You have a landlord?
Correct.
You have homeowners insurance?
I had renter's insurance.
You had renter's insurance. You don't have any more.
No.
You want to tell me why?
The renter's insurance, it lapsed 2 weeks prior to the first altercation. And then after that first altercation, the Shepherds, during all that, I paid the vet bills and took care of everything as I should.
From your insurance?
No.
Without your insurance?
Without my insurance, out of pocket. And then they got an attorney involved and tried to sue over that incident. Well, with that being said,
your insurance company dropped you.
Correct.
Well, of course, because when you applied for renter's insurance, did you tell them that you had 2 King Corsos?
Yes, they did.
And they probably upped your premium? Did they up your premium?
No.
Sarah Rose, there's a registry for the top, well, they're more than the top 5, but just give me the top 5 most dangerous dogs as rated by insurance companies.
So I have a Forbes article that discusses dog breeds that are banned by the top insurance companies, and it puts them percentage of banned lists with this breed.
Let's go to German Shepherds.
45% banned.
45%.
They're banned 40% of the time by insurance companies.
40.
45.
45. And what about King Corsos?
19% of the time they're dropped or not offered coverage due to the breed of the dog.
So I would suggest that you have these big dogs and you have no insurance anymore. Do you have a job?
Yes, I do.
Make a salary?
Yes.
You know, something happens, they can attach your salary. Something happens with those 2 dogs, they can attach your salary. So you can't be cavalier about these large dogs that have already showed a propensity that they can be violent. That's on you. You know, it's one thing, and believe me, I'm not minimizing the fact that a dog was injured, but it could just as well have been a small child that ventured onto your property. You have to keep those dogs in check all the time. You too. There's a reason why you're supposed to have dogs under your control at all times. And I say this, especially big dogs that can cause serious damage. Now, what were your vet bills?
Total of $377.33.
I'd like to see them.
Sorry.
Just a little comic relief for me. Could you tell me how $322.90 translates into $10,000?
For emotional distress. For
Whose?
attacks. Mine.
Whose? For yours?
Yeah.
You were in the bathroom.
No, I came out during the fight.
I know.
Okay.
$322.
Okay.
That's on your team. You have a counterclaim for $10,000.
Yes.
And your counterclaim is that while you were trying to separate these dogs, you got bit.
I did get bit on my hands and wrists, and I have pictures.
And why do you think he's responsible for that?
It was their dog that bit.
Who cares? The incident was, put your hand down. The incident was precipitated by your dogs not being under your control. And if you got into the mix and try to separate them and their dog bit you, well, that's what happens. That's why you should keep your dogs on leashes. I would like you to walk over to that photograph and point out to me on the photograph where you were when your hand got bitten.
I was right here.
You were on their property, right?
Correct.
Now you understand? Now, if you had been on your property and their unleashed dog followed you back to your property and you were on your property, I'd hear you. But you're on their property. You were getting your dogs back in between the dog fight. Counterclaims dismissed. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $322. We're finished. Thank you.
This court is adjourned.
Well, I'm just happy it's over and we get to go back to being neighbors.
I think it was fair that he had to pay the vet bills, but I think emotional distress could have been given a little bit as well.
I dove into the middle of the dog fight and separated my dog from both dogs fighting, and I brought my dog back onto the property.
Traumatic. Seeing my dog get attacked for the second time by these same dogs and having to live it all again.
Their investigation was to see who was at fault, but both dogs were off leash, so they deemed no one at fault.
I think it was fair. I just wish that we could have touched base on the main reason why we're here. It was my son's emotional distress. He had to see a psychologist. Seeing our dog in distress and his demeanor had changed. I mean, I'm happy with her ruling, but I just wish we would have had a little more say.
That was from the first altercation 2 years ago. He was bitten in a dog fight. We did not determine if it was my dog or his dog.
They came out because we felt that if the dogs needed to be taken, or we just felt like it was the right thing to do, that they needed to come out.
Well, we just both keep our dogs on a leash and stay away from each other.
I know that list was a little confusing, but I wanted just to read it word for word. I guess the way Forbes had it illustrated was just the percentage of those types of dogs that are banned on the top insurance companies' lists as far as home insurance, renter's insurance. So I'd assume German Shepherds came up higher just because they're more known or
probably more popular
breed.
Popular breed.
But King Corsos were right up there. I'd be scared of both dogs if they came running in my yard.
Yeah, it's so frightening. And I love dogs, but I'm not a big dog lover.
You're a small
I'm
dog.
a little dog person because if they bite you, they can't kill you. They can nip you and, could be uncomfortable for a couple of days. But I would be petrified if 2 Cane Corsos came running in my direction and nobody was in tethered control of them. And people think, their dogs are wonderful with them, they're gentle, but this defendant had a history with his dogs. He actually paid out of pocket a couple of years ago for injuries that his dogs caused. Anyway, you have a big dog, you're supposed to have big responsibility. You want less responsibility? Get a Chihuahua. Now, tell me what he did to your car.
When he got there, he opened the car door. I thought he was going to hit me.
Nope.
Hit my windshield.
I didn't do that either.
He was out of control.
Did you put your hands on the car?
On the handle, yes.
You have no right.
This is Judy Justice. Wanda Lucero is suing her niece's former landlord, Lawrence Block, for property damage and pain and suffering.
Court come to order.
Have a seat, please.
Hello, Judge. Case 3011, Lucero versus Block.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Lucero, this is your sister.
Yes.
And she has a daughter.
Yes.
Her daughter is challenged.
Yes.
She and your daughter, according to what I read, were living together. And there came a time when your sister decided that it was best for her to go into a senior community.
That's correct.
Leaving her daughter to find another place to live. When was that?
In March of 22.
Have you always been involved with the care of both your sister and her daughter?
More recently or more actively in the past year.
How old is your niece?
38.
So you started to look for a facility for her, someplace where she would be safe. And you were referred by whom to the defendant's group home?
Well, it turned out my daughter had paid for her another month's rent at where they were living so we could figure out what we were going to do. And the owner of that place told her she wanted her out now. So she was actually homeless for a week.
You mean your niece?
Yes. And it turned out she got an infection and she had to go to the hospital. And so when she got discharged from the hospital, they're the ones that found his organ.
So the social worker at the hospital was instrumental in finding the defendant's facility?
Yes.
Your lawsuit is alleging that you had to, because of circumstances which you will tell me about, take her out of the defendant's group home. It is a group home, I assume, sir?
Yeah.
And you had to do that relatively quickly, and there was some sort of a kerfuffle with the defendant where he scratched your car, destroyed some of the property that your niece had. Mr. Block, in his answer, has a whole different scenario, which he's going to tell me about. On what date, Mr. Block, did the plaintiff's niece come to live in your group home?
I am
You don't
not
know.
sure on the date.
You don't know. On what date?
March 14th of 2022.
I want you to describe the group home that you run, Mr. Block. How many residents do you have?
I have anywhere from 8 to 10 at most times. It's for psychological disabled.
8 to 10?
Yes.
Okay. And describe the house. Give me the address.
It's San Bernardino, California, 92404.
Okay, Sarah, you look that up for me, please.
Sure.
And are you registered or licensed with the state?
With the city.
With the city of San Bernardino?
I'm a room and board.
I'll ask questions.
Okay.
You give me answers.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
The answer is you're licensed by the city?
Correct.
As what?
As room for rent.
Just a room for rent?
That's the only qualification.
Just don't tell me what the only qualification is. You're licensed by the city to rent rooms in this house.
Correct.
Now, the plaintiff was referred to your boarding house, because it's not a facility, it's a boarding house, by the hospital. Do you know how the hospital got the name of your boarding house? Did you give it to the hospital?
The county collects a list of room and boards.
Boarding houses?
Yes.
And how many rooms are you permitted to rent in your house?
5.
It's a 5-bed, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet. I have photos if you want to see.
Do you also live there, sir?
No.
Who else lives there?
It would be a house manager and residents.
A house manager.
Yes.
Is the manager also a tenant?
Yes. It's on-grounds manager 24 hours.
Okay, so you have somebody who's a resident who rents a room from you and who acts as the manager of the property.
Correct.
Okay. How much was the rent you were paying?
Well, it varied. It started out at like $750.
And your niece shared a room with someone?
Yes.
With the manager.
In the end.
Just a sec. Well, that's okay. She shared a room with somebody.
Correct.
Now, Ms. Lucerno, according to what I read, you tried to keep close tabs on your niece, and you went to pick her up, and there was something that happened that was disturbing. When was that?
On November 30th, I went over there. She had doctor's appointments that day, so I went to pick her up, and before we left her bedroom, she opened her purse and flung some undergarments to the house manager whom she shared the room with. So when we got in the car, I asked her, I said, Liz, what are you doing with her undergarments in your bag? And she said, well, we had been to Walmart and she asked me to put them in there. And I'm like, so you stole them? And she goes, I don't know. I go, yeah, she had you steal them. So that was the straw. There was a lot of other things that went on throughout her stay there, but that was the final straw.
And you went back to remove her property?
Yes.
That day?
Yes.
And describe to me what time you went there and what happened.
I would say around 3, maybe.
Had you notified anyone that you were taking your niece out of the residence?
No.
Okay, so it was about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And
so we went in there. I had hefty bags. We bagged up all her belongings. And then...
Was her roommate there?
Yes.
So the house manager was there?
Yes.
Okay. Did the house manager call you and let you know on that day that she was moving out? Yes.
Yes.
Of course. Okay. And where were you, by the way, when she called you?
I was at a community hospital interviewing a potential new client.
Okay. So how far away were you from the house when you got the call from the house manager?
Just driving distance or?
Traveling distance.
Traveling distance would be about half hour.
Okay. Now, it took you a half hour to get back to the property. Did you come directly back to the property?
I finished my interview, then did, yes.
How long did that take?
It was about an additional 15 to 20 minutes with the interview.
So maybe 45 minutes later, you showed up at the house?
I would say an hour.
So when you showed up at the house, what was the purpose of coming to the house?
Well, there was an issue skipped in between that. Before I came to the house, I had gotten a call from my son. He said that some lady had blocked him into the driveway because he was doing an errand for me at the house.
Stand up. Over here.
Wanda Lucero claims her niece's former landlord, Lawrence Block, owes for property damage and pain and suffering.
You called your father and said someone was blocking you in?
Yes, they, with their vehicle, they had blocked the driveway.
Okay. Were they loading property?
No.
What were they doing?
They expressly went to block me into the driveway.
Really?
Yeah.
They were trying to get away. Why would they stand there and do nothing and block you from... Don't speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Why would they just block you, sir, if what they were trying to do is get the property and leave? Why would they block you? Can you figure that out?
Yes, if I may. They saw that I was not a normal resident and assumed that I had something to do with the management of the property and were insisting that I let them into places such as the garage and...
Just a second. The plaintiff was asking you to let her into the garage?
Yes.
Did you say, why do you want to go into the garage?
No.
Did she tell you there was a piece of property there that belonged to her niece?
I wasn't listening to her.
What do you mean you weren't listening? What were you doing?
He's not involved in the property.
Would you be quiet?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your witness.
Yes,
you
Your
brought him here. So you weren't listening as to what she said to you?
Yes.
Why?
I have no pertinence to the things
down.
going on.
Sit down. Anyway, you got there, and there was a kerfuffle when you got there. So now he's gone. Did you finally let him out?
Nope.
Were you blocking his car?
Yes, I was.
Tell me why.
Well, my niece...
I'm not speaking to you. You have to understand.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
You have to understand. I've been involved in your kind of businesses, not personally, but have had involvement with those businesses for a very, very long time.
They do have a bad reputation.
They sure do. And if something like that smells, which you say it has a bad reputation, if you're involved in that bad stuff, smell sticks.
And I say one thing and...
I'm not finished yet. I want to know why you blocked his son's car.
Well, I needed to get that item out of the garage.
What item?
It's a clothes hamper, and it had some random things in it.
Who put it in the garage?
I guess his house manager. That garage is off limits to the residents.
Do you know why?
I know
why
he
is the
keeps...
garage off limits to residents, sir?
To secure food preparation items, because we room and board, so we provide the food as well. If we didn't have it in a secured area, then it would be gone every week before we could make our meals, so we have to secure it in there. And it's also used for when residents move out to secure their items and put it in there so the other residents don't go through it, because they have a tendency, once they hear somebody's moving, to go through it and pillage everything.
So she's looking for her niece's hamper.
Yes, some items.
No, she's looking for her niece's hamper.
Okay.
Everything else was packed up in garbage bags. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the only thing that remained was the hamper.
Correct.
That you wanted to get. He shows up.
Hysterically.
Well, right now you're blocking his son in his car so he can't leave, whatever that means. Yeah. By the way, when she blocked your car in, did you go back into the house and call your father?
I remained outside. I called him inside of my car.
When you received the phone call from your son, I want you to tell me what he said to you.
He said some lady is yelling at me about getting into the garage, and then she parked behind me and won't let me leave. What do you want me to do? I said,
so you came
I'll
home.
be right there.
And when you came home to the house, tell me exactly what you saw.
Her dark utility vehicle at the end of the driveway blocking my son who was parked on the driveway.
And what did you do?
I was pretty fumed at that point. Somebody, involving my kid in something like that and holding them hostage of sorts. And so I was pretty irate. I started telling her, you got to move. This is illegal for you to be here. And she would argue back.
Just a second. Did she tell you, Mr. Block, that all she wanted was the hamper from the garage?
Yes.
Did you give it to her?
Not at that point.
Why?
At that point, all of her belongings wasn't at that same location.
No, listen to me, sir. Answer my question. She asked you for the hamper. There's no question she did. And she said it's in the garage. Why didn't you give it to her? Did you not give it to her because you were angry at that point?
Yes. I was arguing with her.
You were arguing?
I didn't want to cooperate with somebody who's holding my son hostage.
He wasn't hostage. He was in his car, and his father was there. Sit. So you were angry?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you knew that the plaintiff's niece is a challenged child.
Yes, all of our residents are.
And the scene that you made by not giving her the hamper was in front of her niece who was in the car.
It was both ways. She was arguing and yelling and using profanity as well. It was a back and forth. It wasn't a one-way situation like that. It was an ongoing argument between each other. And eventually I did break it off and disengage to go talk to my son. And at that point is when I figured out how to get his car out of there.
I'm going to look at the video. Did you bring me the video or did she?
I did.
I'd like to see it.
Genius human being.
Okay.
And by the way, the bag sitting in the back.
Absolutely brilliant.
Of the car is where I sat the bag.
Yeah, this is a good idea of justice. Blocking the driveway, calling the cops for no reason. Smart human being. Genius.
That was the entirety.
Who's taking the picture?
My son.
So he was outside his car.
At the moment, yeah.
Taking a photograph, hardly hostage. I want you to tell me what you did. Did you put your hands on the car?
No. Oh, yes.
Did you put your hands on the car?
On the handle, yes.
Well, that's the car. And did you open the door?
Yes.
Which door?
The front door.
Front driver's door.
Front driver's.
Who was in the driver's seat?
The plaintiff.
And what did you intend to accomplish by opening up her door?
Again, not being completely rational. I was just trying to convince her to move.
Nah, that doesn't convince her to move. That could scare you if you weren't being rational, going over and opening up her car door.
Okay.
Okay.
Wanda Lucero has accused her niece's former landlord, Lawrence Block, of damaging their personal property. Lawrence claims Wanda threatened his son and escalated the situation.
Now, tell me what happened when he got there.
When he got there, he was cussing, calling me every night.
Got it. He was angry because you were blocking his son's car.
Right.
And he had to come back there because you were moving out. There's no question that he would have come back there because you were moving out anyway, because he got a call from his house manager / your niece's roommate who had her steal property from Walmart.
Yes.
I offered her the time to come back and get the stuff. It wasn't available at the moment because I thought some of it was at another location.
There's no available. All she wanted was the hamper from the garage.
I understand.
That's what she said she wanted. That's not, it's all over the place. All she wanted was the hamper from the garage. Everything else was there and packed. She was ready to go. She just wanted the hamper. He had no authority to give her the hamper or couldn't get into the garage. He didn't know how to get into the garage. Actually, I'm sure your son said to you, if you're a smart man, well, what do they want? And I assume he said to you, they want a hamper from the garage. I assume he said that to you, or he wasn't listening. That he wasn't listening to. Did he tell you that that's what they wanted?
Not that I recall.
Okay. So now tell me what he did to your car. He opens the car door.
He opened the car door. I thought he was going to hit me. My sister and niece were scared to death. They were hysterical. Let's go. He's going to kill us, because he was out of control. And he grabbed my car door remote, slammed that door, hit my windshield, went to the back door. He had to have scratched it with this, opened that door, and threw her bags of belongings out in the street. And then, after he got his son's car out...
Well, how did he get the son's car out? He went up on the curb?
Yeah, and then he came head on at my car like he was going to hit us head on. Matter of fact, the son in the driveway kept backing up like he was going to hit my car.
Well, you should have let him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should have let him out.
Yeah.
You have no right to block him in.
I know, but he should have let us in that garage.
Just a second. It's not his responsibility to let you in the garage. Let's understand each other. It's not his responsibility. He's not in charge of that house. If it was a hamper and clothes you were looking for, you'd be smart. You get your niece out of there.
Right.
You go to wherever you're going to take her, and then you make a communication. Listen, we left a hamper there. Either you get it or you don't get it. But blocking him in is not what you're legally able to do. Do you understand that? Yeah. That's why he got frustrated. There's no question about that. He handled it all wrong. You can't put your hands on her car. You can't take out the bags from the car. You can't run over them.
I did not run them over.
You can't scratch her car.
I didn't do that either.
Well, she's going to show me pictures, sir. And that's what she said. And that's what she's here for. She has to convince me that you damaged property and you took property without permission.
Well, as the video shows, the bags were not thrown or sprawled out or ran over as she's claiming either.
Oh, no, she didn't say sprawled out, sir.
She said I threw
you
them.
touched somebody else's property, and you have no right to do that. You were angry. You have no right to touch her car, scare her physically. And if you threw, not gently put, the bags of stuff, oh, there's no question in my mind that if you're angry and you grabbing them out of the car, you're not grabbing them out of the car and gently putting them down. Whatever. Show me the car's damage, please.
I did not throw them.
Yeah, all right. Good. Shouldn't be taking care of challenged people in your house. Should get off every list. I know it's a business and I know people have to do it, not you. Okay. Damage to the car.
Right here.
Is this the damage? Is this the...
Crack, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Did you have it fixed?
Yes.
I'd like to see the bill for it.
Okay.
So is what you're telling me your out-of-pocket was $250?
Yes.
Okay. To fix your car was more money, but that was your deductible, $250.
Right.
Okay. So we have $250. What else?
He took my garage door opener, so I had to buy a new one.
How much was that?
$134.95.
I didn't touch a garage door opener.
What else?
And the rental car was $366.20 that I was in while my car was getting worked on.
Just a second. Did your insurance pay for that? Yes, they had to.
Yeah.
Yes, of course they did. Because if you had a $250 deductible on your car, then there's no question in my mind that you had rental car. Okay, all right. $385, judgment for the plaintiff. Thank you very much. We're finished.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned.
That was no problem as far as her moving out. That's a normal part of the business. What was very upsetting was somebody involving my son and trapping him from being able to move.
Because what I wanted wouldn't have taken more than 30 seconds to get. I'm disabled, so I always look for the easiest route.
I do regret I was pretty fumed, but it was because, you know, that Papa Bear part of me came out, and somebody was attacking my kid in my head, so.
The way he was cussing and carrying on.
I wanted to go full force, and I went too far with verbalizing anyways.
Just screen him good.
A good point that this case highlighted that I actually couldn't believe that I want to look into a little bit more is that just anybody can rent or own a 5-bedroom, however many bedroom home, and just open their doors and get put on a list for rooms for rent for people with real challenges or disabilities. You've been in the business longer than me, but you need a license to give a pedicure in most places. Right. So the fact that this man can just open up a home that he was renting and be put on a list as a safe haven for these people to live, secure living environment, food, shelter, all of that, to me, is kind of outrageous that you don't need any sort of check and balance or any
sort of license or government oversight.
Exactly, especially with such a class of people that require extra care and help, and I really couldn't believe that.
It's problematic because for adults who have challenges, there are so few facilities, and it's such a vulnerable population. And to force that vulnerable population into being in a place that is not carefully scrutinized by either a locality or the federal government, because very often there are federal funds that filter down into these places. It's just so monumentally sad.
All the way around.
That, it is monumentally sad.
I think the plaintiff said it best herself when asked how to avoid types of problems like these. She said you really have to screen them very well, and to put that burden on an already vulnerable population of people, I think someone else should be vetting these places.
Okay, agreed. Suing for the overage that you paid him.
Yes.
What did he say when you told him that he was overpaid?
He said, I get it. I would love to do a payment plan. And
how much?
I don't have an exact figure. I would estimate.
Well, don't estimate. That's what we're doing here.
This is Judy Justice. Megan McCarthy and Ryan Fox are suing their former employee, Roberto Encinas, for overpayment of wages, bookkeeping fees, and loss of business income.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Hello, Judge. Case number 3048, McCarthy fought versus Encinas.
Mr. McCarthy? Miss McCarthy. Do you run the business together? Are you related to each other?
Yes, husband and wife.
Okay. What kind of business do you have?
It's a production design and set construction company. We build sets for
Where is it located?
Van Nuys.
In California?
California, yes.
How long have you owned the business?
About 7 years.
Tell me when you hired Mr. Encinas.
We originally hired him in January of 2022.
To do what?
Welding and fabrication.
Did you have experience in that, Mr.?
Oh, yeah, 25 years.
How much were you paid when you were originally hired?
$39.75 hourly, and promised to be in the union.
$39.75 hourly.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get paid once a week?
Once a week, every Wednesday.
By check or cash?
Direct deposit.
Is that correct?
I believe it was $39.50, but yes, the rest is...
Direct deposit?
Yes.
This is what your case is about. At some point, you determined that you had overpaid Mr. Encinas. When did you discover that you were overpaying Mr. Encinas?
We discovered the error on September 22nd, 2022.
And had you been consistently overpaying him since January?
No, so it's a little bit complicated. We have two companies. One is union, one is not. In April of 22, we hired him with our non-union company to perform a different non-union job, and that is when the error occurred with that company and that payroll company. He was entered into the system incorrectly by my bookkeeper, who's here as our witness today.
Okay. It was still direct deposit.
Correct, yes.
The net that was deposited into his check when he was working in the union shop was how much?
I would estimate $1,800 to $2,000.
Well, don't estimate. That's what we're doing here.
I don't have an exact figure of how much he netted every week. It was different every week on every job.
Because he worked
different amount of hours.
Different hours. So he worked different hours. So the direct deposit was different for each time.
Sure.
So there was really no way, there were no flashing red lights that would say to Mr. Encinas, this pay stub is wrong. You know, this deposit was wrong because it wasn't a consistent amount that went in every Wednesday. It was, according to you, a different amount depending upon how many hours worked. He wasn't given a physical check. Money was put into the bank by a direct deposit. That's what you said.
That's correct.
Okay.
But if I may, it would be anywhere from $1,700 to $2,000. The first overpayment, he netted $4,645. Like, it's quite a jump in pay. Like, that was probably should have been
a lot of overtime.
Just
yes, quite a difference.
Quite a difference, but that was going from one job to another, from one company to another, from a union job to a non-union company.
Rate.
Well, whatever. Okay. And so what you're suing for the overage that you paid him.
Yes.
And there came a time when you discussed the overage with him. And what did he say when you told him that he was overpaid? And when did you tell him that he was overpaid?
We told him September, the day we discovered the error, September 22nd, and it was very amicable at first. We apologized for the error. We wanted to work out a payment plan with him, and he agreed. He said, I get it. I would love to do a payment plan, and I believed him because we had a good working relationship.
And did you, in fact, draw up a payment plan that you both signed?
No, I did not.
Okay. Unusual case for me. I really am unfamiliar with the law on overpayment. Sarah, could you look up for me the California law on when an employee is overpaid by an employer? How do they and can they recoup it?
Sure. So it's California Labor Code 221. The statute describes that employers are forbidden from taking back any wages that have already been paid to employees unless there's a stipulation that the employee can agree in writing to the deduction by the employer. So if an employee consents to a set-off or a wage deduction for any reason, including overpayment by an employer, then the employer can make it so long as it does not bring the worker below the minimum wage or the deduction does not impact the worker's final wages. But it has to be in a writing.
Okay, so you don't have a writing.
Well, we have it in email where he did agree to a payment plan. We never formally, I didn't have my attorney draft up a formal agreement, no.
You don't have an agreement, one that he agreed to, but you started taking money out of his pay, correct?
With his knowledge, a small percentage.
Doesn't matter. You started taking money out of his pay when?
He was working for us at the time when we caught the error.
No, in September.
September, the third week of September.
And at that time, how much do you allege that he was overpaid?
$6,595.41.
And what did you start to take out of his pay?
It was $276 that first time.
Where did you come up with that number?
I would have to refer to my bookkeeper, Danny. I don't exactly remember. It says 7 hours, less 7 hours. That wasn't his full paycheck. It was a small percentage of what he was making that week.
You're the bookkeeper?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you stand up for one moment? What is your name?
Danny White.
Mr. White, the first time that you gave Mr. Encinas a direct deposit for less than his pay, how much was the direct deposit for?
I don't have the total amount of what it was for. He would have been making around $1,800, and I took $296.
With his knowledge, we informed him, obviously.
I don't care what you informed him about. You understood what the law is. I'm sure that you must have spoken to an attorney also. Did you not?
I don't believe we did now.
You should have, because where you live, you can't just take money out of somebody's salary if you overpay them. How many deductions did you make from his pay before he left?
2.
And then he left?
The job ended.
Well, he had been working for you for a while, so the job ended. Did you fire him?
Megan McCarthy and Ryan Fox claim their former employee, Roberto Encinas, is refusing to pay back the wages they overpaid him.
Well, he had been working for you for a while, so the job ended. Did you fire him?
No.
You just said goodbye.
The job was complete We did the build and we sent it to the client, and then that job was over. So.
Well, I know, but he had been working for you January and February and March, April, May, June, July, August, September, I'm sure on different jobs. Would that be a fair statement? He worked on different jobs. But in September, when this overpayment was noticed, the job was over and so was he.
Correct.
So he didn't leave you. According to what you just told me, he didn't leave you. You said goodbye, the job's over.
Yeah, correct. I had every intention of working with him again. We had a good working relationship. I thought we were going to be able to work out a payment plan and figure it out together.
Okay. Well, sorry, but you can't. Thank you, Mr. White. Okay. You have a whole bunch of reasons why you shouldn't owe them the money. One of them is they were supposed to get you into a union shop and you didn't. And so that's why you don't owe them money. Bottom line is the statute protects you. But one of the problems that I see when you have a direct deposit, your problem is that his, according to you, his pay varied every week because sometimes he worked 7 hours, sometimes he worked 15 hours. And so his pay would vary depending upon how much was billed for that week. Well, it depends upon how carefully someone reviews their direct deposit. You know, if you review your direct deposit and you have money coming in to a checking account and going out, you don't watch it that carefully over a relatively short period of time because it was a relatively short period of time. And the law protects Mr. Encinas from you recouping that money unless he agrees to it. And the agreement has to be in writing. Is that what you just told me the law is in California?
That is the Labor Code 221.
Yeah, I'm not particularly sympathetic with you, Miss McCarthy, because under the circumstances, if you had given him a check, if your bookkeeper handed him a check, and he used to get $2,000, and then all of a sudden he changed jobs and he was getting $4,000, he would say, oh my goodness. But I can understand how you can miss that for a month or two and not notice that in your checking account. And that's why the law is there to protect him. And it does. It protects him from your lawsuit. We're done. Thank you very much. Case is dismissed.
This court is adjourned.
I'm a little disappointed, but very disappointed, actually.
They made a mistake.
I thought that I had done my homework and looked it up, and whatever I read said that he owed me the money back.
Because I did all the hours that they put down on the paperwork.
No, I think it was stealing. After 6 months of him ignoring my phone calls and not replying and saying he was going to make payments and he just wouldn't, yeah, it felt like it was stealing.
I did not give free money.
Yeah, if you're given money that isn't yours, give it back.
The statute is meant to protect the employee from the employers removing money for things like insurance or tax deductions. So that's why there needs to be a signed writing to say I'm opting into insurance or, you know, I'm going to file my own taxes, all of that minutia that you have to deal with employers. But it does say that if you agree in writing to a deduction as the employee,
as a clawback, that's
okay. But here, as we saw very clearly, there was no signed writing. But the way I read the statute was that had to be in writing in order to protect the employee.
It just looks like it can't be a unilateral determination of how much you're going to take out.
Sure.
Also, I found interesting, and I really believe this because somebody who gets direct deposits from other things, I don't look every week to see whether the direct deposit has been made. I'll call once a month or I'll wait and get my statement. But what she said was, and, you know, math is not our strong suit, she was suing for $6,000. Mm-hmm. And what she said was he was overpaid by $2,000 a paycheck, which means there were only 3 paychecks that he would have been overpaid, which is really very easy to miss, but very easy to spend. If you look on your phone and you see you have so much money in your bank and you spend it, what are you supposed to do?
But he had a good explanation for why it wasn't that far off from his usual. He had put in extra time on his time cards for overtime and things of that nature. So I agree with you that 3 payments for a little bit more than what you were used to, I don't think would have raised a red flag.
Because he may not have looked.
Sure.
It was interesting because I didn't get from the papers that they let him go.
I didn't either.
I thought that he just stopped working from reading the papers because they started to take money out of his check. And then she acknowledged that, well, the job ended. Yeah. Well, many jobs that he had ended because they have jobs since January, 8 months.
I picked up on that.
After this one, they let him go.
Follow the rules if you want to get your money back.
Case number 3050, Cockrell versus McMurray. All parties, please step forward.
Justin Cockrell is suing his friend, James McMurray III, for damage after a golf cart hit his car.
Mr. Cockrell, it is your claim that owing to the defendant's negligence, your car was dented.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I see a picture of the dent on your car?
Yes.
Yeah, that's serious dent. Okay, let me understand the theory of your case. Mr. McMurray is a friend of yours. I assume you were there as well that day?
Yes, ma'am.
You were all having a pleasant afternoon, having a couple of drinks. Were you watching a sporting event?
We were watching golf.
At whose house were you watching it?
Bubba's house.
Your house?
Yes, ma'am.
How many people had golf carts?
2. I drove my car over there. Everybody else lives in that neighborhood, so they'll drive their golf carts.
And Mr. McMurray, what time did you get to the event?
I got there around 2:30 that afternoon.
And did you bring your golf cart?
I sure did.
You drove your golf cart. On what date was this?
May 21st.
So let me see if I've got the alleged facts right. You wanted to leave at some point. You went outside and found that somebody's golf cart was blocking your golf cart
That's correct, Your Honor.
in the driveway.
Yes, that is correct.
The keys, I assume, were in the golf cart,
That's correct, Your Honor.
the one that was blocking your golf cart. So you moved that golf cart in order to get your car out.
That's correct.
Mr. Cockrell says that when you moved that golf cart, you moved it and left it negligently, so that golf cart rolled down the driveway and hit his car, causing this damage.
Justin Cockrell claims his friend, James McMurray III, owes for car damage after a golf cart rolled into his vehicle.
Is that the theory of your case?
That's correct, yes, ma'am. The golf carts were actually in the garage. I had parked parallel to the garage, so when the cart rolled, it rolled out of the garage and into the side of my car.
Okay. And you, Mr. McMurray, don't deny the fact that you moved somebody else's golf cart,
That's correct.
and you don't deny that that golf cart that you moved caused the damage to his car.
When I got back to the scene, the cart had hit the car.
So those are acknowledged facts. You moved the golf cart. As far as we know, you were the last person that touched that golf cart. That golf cart caused this damage, and he wants you to be responsible. So now, with those agreed facts, which is really makes my life so much easier, I want you to tell me why it's not your fault.
Your Honor, when I moved the golf cart, it was blocking my cart. So I moved it to the left of mine. So when I put the brake on the golf cart and walked behind the golf cart to get back to my cart that was right next to it, and I backed up, took my time, making sure I didn't hit the car in my golf cart, I turned around and I head to my house.
About what time was that?
I'd probably been there 45 minutes, so 3:15.
And you went home to do what?
I went to go home to take care of my dog.
What did you have to do to take care of
I
your
needed
dog?
to let him outside to use the restroom.
Did you?
Yes, ma'am.
And then what did you do? Then you came back to the house?
Then I came back
to the house?
Yes.
So would you say you were gone 10 minutes?
Yes.
So now you're gone 10 minutes. Just let the dog out. Now you're gone 10 minutes and you come out and you find that the golf cart that you moved, without anybody's permission, by the way, you didn't ask the owner of that golf
No,
cart
I
if
did
you
not.
could touch it.
The keys were in it.
Well, if the keys are in a car, sir, and you pull up in front of the Piggly Wiggly, and the keys are in a car, but it doesn't belong to you, but the car is sitting right where you want to put your car to put your groceries in, and just because the keys are in the car doesn't mean you can drive it, right?
Right.
So without permission, you got into somebody else's golf cart and moved it. And within 10 minutes, his car is damaged.
That's correct.
So give me a theory, sir, of what happened that you're not responsible for.
Like I said earlier, Judge, I moved the cart, parked it, and I walked behind that cart. If this cart is what they're alleging rolled back on its own, then wouldn't it have hit me when I walked behind it, getting into my cart?
Maybe it needed a nudge from the wind. Maybe it needed something else. But that's not the kind of intervening act, sir, that gets you off the hook.
Well,
doesn't get you off the hook.
okay.
I'm going to give you an example, my favorite example. Many years ago, I tried a case that changed my life to a minute degree forever. You know, you go grocery shopping, you go to big stores, and they always have a place where you put the grocery cart after you finish loading your car, right? Put them here. So this particular case was about a woman who went shopping and she had a big load of groceries and she unloaded the groceries in her car and then do what some irresponsible people do. They just leave the cart there. Cart can roll, cart, could be touched, whatever. And the cart rolled into another car and caused damage. The defendant's defense to that case wasn't her, it was wind, which is an act of God. Wind came and blew the shopping cart into the plaintiff's car. Well, the wind isn't an intervening act, because if the shopping cart had been put into its place, wind, rain, frogs, hail, nothing would have happened to the plaintiff's car. We understand each other?
We do.
That's actually not the punchline of this story, because after all, we're just dealing with a dented car here. After that case aired, because I was doing it in the television courtroom, I was shopping in Publix in Florida, and I unloaded my groceries in the trunk of my car and was going to leave the shopping cart there. And 3 women got out of a car together who had clearly seen that episode and stood there with their arms crossed, waiting to see if I was going to put the shopping cart back where it belonged. So when I say that case changed my life forever, I can't go grocery shopping anymore unless, I don't care where it is, it could be 20 blocks away, but that shopping cart goes where it's supposed to be because somebody's around who's going to take my picture, leaving that cart around, and it's going to humiliate me. So what I'm saying to you is, it's your fault.
It wasn't my golf cart. It wasn't my house.
It wasn't. It was just like, it wasn't your golf cart, which means you shouldn't have touched it. Which means if you wanted to go home and let your dog out, which you probably should have done a half hour before, then you go inside and say, because you know all these people, whose golf cart is that? It's blocking me in. Can you move it? That's easy. You would do that with a car. You just took it upon yourself to go to touch somebody else's property, and within a millisecond, because nobody else came out and touched that car, you were the last person who touched that golf cart. You were. It caused this damage. Don't make excuses. Accept responsibility. Shouldn't have done it, whether you forgot to put the brake on it or not, because I've driven golf carts. We have them around, and sometimes I forget. It says turn it on, and then you hit the brake, and there are 2 brakes. So I never park it like this. If anything, I park it like this against a tree, so it can't go anyplace. It's your fault.
Well, that brings up another...
It's your fault. May I have the estimate to fix your car,
yes,
please? What year car is this BMW?
2011.
Judge, can I ask you a question?
No, I don't answer questions. That's one of the delights of this job. I ask questions. I don't answer questions. Nice. 1482, judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. Thank you.
This court is adjourned.
It wasn't my golf cart. I wasn't driving.
Bubba had actually gone outside shortly after Dab left, and he saw it happen.
Whenever I left, I got out of that cart, walked behind it, so wouldn't it have hit me?
I think if he'd done the right thing, owned up to it at the beginning, and said, yeah, let's work it out, but...
And it's been a little hairy. We're probably going to work it out.
We'll be all right, because we'll get past it. I told him that from the beginning. I said, hey, no matter what happens, if you pay me or not, whatever, I'm not going to let that come in between. We've been friends 15 years, but it's like, dude...
I have been noticing that whenever we go to Publix together, you do park extremely close to the cart return now. Yes, so, so
not to the entrance.
No. The cart return is the place to be.
Now you know why.
Now I know why.
ব্রেকিং নিউজ, যে কারণে শোকজ নোটিশ এবং বরখাস্ত করা হলো হাথুরুকে। বিস্তারিত দেখুন পুরো ভিডিওতে। দর্শক, হাথুরু সিংহেকে কেন কি কারণে নিষিদ্ধ করা হলো, কেনই বা তাকে পদচ্যুত করার আগে সমাজ শোকজ করা হলো, কেনই বা তাকে পদচ্যুত করার আগে আবার শোকজ করা হলো। মঙ্গলবার বিকেল 4টা নাগাদ মিরপুর শেরেবাংলা স্টেডিয়ামের কনফারেন্স হলে বিসিবি সভাপতি ফারুক আহমেদের মুখে টাইগার হেড কোচ চন্ডিকা হাথুরু সিংহেকে সাসপেন্ড করা ও শোকজ নোটিশ প্রদানের ঘোষণায় মুহূর্ত থেকেই ওপারের প্রশ্নটি সবার মুখে মুখে। বোঝাই যাচ্ছিল চন্ডিকা হাথুরু সিংহে আর বাংলাদেশে প্রধান কোচ থাকছেন না বা তাকে রাখাও হচ্ছে না। কারণ হিসেবে ভাবা হচ্ছিল যে বিসিবি প্রধান ফারুক আহমেদকে কারণ হিসেবে ধরা হচ্ছিল যে বিসিবি প্রধান ফারুক আহমেদ হাথুরুকে পছন্দ করেন না এবং তিনি মনেও করেন না হেড কোচ হিসেবে হাথুরুর বাংলাদেশ দলকে দেওয়ার কিছু আছে এবং সে কারণে হয়তো পদচ্যুত হতে পারেন হাথুরু। তাই হাথুরু সিংহের নিষিদ্ধ হবার পরপরই সবাই ধরে নিয়েছে যে বিসিবি প্রধানের পছন্দ নয় এবং হাথুরুর কোয়ালিটি পারফরমেন্স ফারুক আহমেদের চেয়েও সন্তুষ্টমূলক। তাই হাথুরু সিংহের নিষিদ্ধ হবার পরপরই সবাই ধরে নিয়েছেন যে বিসিবি প্রধানের পছন্দ নয় এবং হারুনের কোয়ালিটি ও পারফরমেন্স ফারুক আহমেদের কাছে সন্তোষজনক নয় বলেই হয়তো তাকে পদচ্যুত করা হয়েছে, কিন্তু আসলে তা নয়। আজ মঙ্গলবার বিকেলে হাথুরু সিংহকে নিষিদ্ধ করার কারণ ব্যাখ্যা করে বিসিবি সভাপতি ফারুক আহমেদ জানালেন অন্য কথা। তিনি বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় দলের একজন ক্রিকেটারকে শারীরিকভাবে লাঞ্ছিত করেছেন, সে সঙ্গে শৃঙ্খলা ভঙ্গেরও অভিযোগ আছে তার বিরুদ্ধে। একই সাথে চুক্তির বাইরে বেশ কিছু কেনাকাটার অভিযোগ রয়েছে তার বিপক্ষে। বলা প্রয়োজন, বিসিবি সভাপতি হওয়ার আগে থেকে ফারুক আহমেদ বলে আসছিলেন তিনি মনে করেন না হাথুরু সিংহের আর বাংলাদেশকে দলকে দেওয়ার মতো কিছু আছে এবং বোর্ড হবার পর ঠিক একই জায়গায় স্থির ছিলেন তিনি, অবস্থা বদলাননি। জনাকীর্ণ সংবাদ সম্মেলনে তিনি বলে বসেন, হাথুরু ইস্যুতে আমি এখনও আগের অবস্থায় আছি। জাতীয় দলের টানা খেলা থাকায় ফারুক আহমেদের সময়ক্ষেপণ করলেও হাথুরু ইস্যুতে তার সর্বশেষ বক্তব্য ছিল যে আমরা বিষয়টাকে মাথায় রেখেছি, সময় হলে দেখা করবেন, জানবেন। তাই স্বাভাবিকভাবেই ধারণা করা হয়েছিল ফারুক আহমেদ বোধহয় ওই কারণেই বলবেন, কিন্তু তা না করে তিনি জানিয়ে দিলেন মূলত জাতীয় দলের ক্রিকেটারকে নাসুম আহমেদকে লাঞ্ছিত করার কারণেই তার বিপক্ষের শৃঙ্খলা ভঙ্গের অভিযোগ আনা হয়।